because that's the only old game that exists. Yeah, it's one of very few. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the New Basketball Podcast Show. We have a very exciting show for you today. We got a pretty good rundown here. I'm Austin. This is Kane and Dakota. I am the unexperienced talking head. Basically, think of me as an ESPN guy. These are the analysts, lifelong fans of the
We have jerseys, too.
Yeah, we have jerseys.
Jersey guys.
I have my own jersey for playing Overwatch. So that almost count for something. I shouldn't admit
almost
that.
the same
That's
as Anthony Edwards and Timothy Duncan. You're right.
It's actually pretty embarrassing.
That's not embarrassing at all. That's cool as heck. You don't let anyone tell you differently, Austin.
I do, and I should. So we have, and finally we have a show down here. Our director, DJ. Sorry if it seems like I'm rushing through the intro a little bit. This is our second attempt on it. We had a bit of an audience.
Dude, you just pulled back the curtain and revealed the man of Oz.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So thanks, show. But yeah. We're going to go ahead and run down all these topics. And if you're sitting here like, wow, I want to listen to all these topics, well, then fucking watch the video. I don't know. I mean, fucking good. And if you like the video, you should like the video, start with the channel, keep watching. It makes our metrics look good. We're liking doing this, and I would appreciate you sticking around. So our first topic.
Subscribe.
Guys,
I got it.
Michael Jordan just called me. SpaceJam! We're doing another SpaceJam, but the Looney Tunes, they're all retired because it was the 90s and they're old.
I knew Jordan would call us on our fourth episode. I knew he would call us on our
We're doing good. It's because of how much we respect the Hornets. So here's the thing, guys. We got to make a new team, but the Looney Tunes are out. So we are going to put together our own SpaceJam roster based off of video game characters. Wow.
And some picks might surprise you.
And they might surprise you. So after that, we're going to talk about some updates in the news. Okay. So
what are we looking at?
To be very nice to show, most of his graphics are very good. This one perplexes me.
This one needs an update and correction.
It's a video only joke. So, we're just going to be talking about. So, last week we did our Western Conference ranking, and there's been some developments. So, we may want to talk about it again. Just tiny updates and just general NBA news. Preseason starting. We're having some press conferences. Some fat guy got skinny. And for an athlete, for some reason, that's really important. And then lastly.
And also, Ben Simmons hit a three-pointer in an open gym again, guys. So, I mean, we're at that time of the news cycle, baby.
Somebody will sign him.
Time of the news cycle. So, get ready.
And then finally, we have the start of a series that I am actually really interested in talking about. So I had been watching basketball from the start. I've started season 1 back in 1950. Right. And I thought, well, we should talk about this on the podcast. How has basketball changed? What's it different? And just like, were they always good? The answer might surprise you.
Everything might surprise you.
Austin, I do need an update. Austin, we need a season update though. What season are we on now? What arc are you getting into? Because I really am curious.
I've seen Jordan now.
Oh my God, you hit the Jordan arc?
I'm at Jordan, but 1984.
Oh, the 80s is some of the best ball there is, Austin.
He's a little
some of the best ball there is.
He's just a little baby bebop. So, but yeah. So this time we're going to only talk about the 50s, and I'll be so real and honest with you. What you're thinking of old basketball, you're thinking of like Bill Russell and all these guys that are like legends of the sport. You are not thinking of 50s players. It's still a very interesting time, but they're not. Yeah. So then we have show and tell, and then I have show and tell this week. And what I'm going to bring you guys is I'm going to explain some of the advanced stats because I think they're interesting. I'm kind of into the stats side of the NBA. I think it's interesting. I assume
the nerd stuff.
I like the nerd stuff. It tickles my brain in a certain way. So I'm going to explain some of these stats, what I think about them, how you can use them, and if you should even care about advanced stats at all. And then after that, finally, we have Dakota's Bookie Bungalow. He's going to make you some money. We're not. I don't know. We gamble responsibly. Or don't. I'm not your fucking dad. So, Dakota's going to get us some picks. He's going to hopefully win us $20.
That's the goal. Every week we want just $20. Dude. That's
$20. Well, that'd be good. That's lunch. Who doesn't like lunch?
Yeah. We're working towards that 20. Right now, it's probably not $20. But
we're probably under right now. But
we're in the red, guys, but like the great Michael Jordan said, the only way out is through. When he was making SpaceJam and he was talking to Danny DeVito and he wanted to quit and he didn't let him because he said the only way out is through, Danny. And he said, you're right. I need to play swashbacker. And that's how he got him to play that role.
That's true. That's true.
That's an 100% true story. He told us that when he called, actually.
He told us that. Yeah, he told me that on the phone. So the other thing for Space Jam that I've heard is that the person they wanted to get directed, who did Who Framed Roger Rabbit, he said, "Fuck no, I'm not doing this." And then they got a different guy to do it. Then they got a different guy, filmed the whole thing, and then they showed him the director is like, I'm done, I can't do this. Then they went back to the guy who did Who Framed Roger Rabbit, showed him the footage, and so then they have footage of Michael Jordan just in like a green screen room, and a big ass dude in a morph suit runs by him, and he's like, "Who the fuck was that?" And they go, "It was Tweety Bird." And so he then is like, "Okay, you're going to overpay me. You're going to pay me millions of dollars. I'm going to reshoot this whole thing. Shut up." It's like one of the worst productions of all time. It's fucking terrible.
And yet one of the greatest movies of all time and greatest ideas for a movie.
It's
nothing compared to Space Jam 2, though. We all know Austin is a Space Jam 2 rider.
I am a Space Jam 2 head. I won't lie. Of the two Space Jams.
All the Space Jam 2 heads out there, comment in the chat.
There are 2 Space Jams, Austin. I apologize. Yes, thank you, Kane.
Well, we have to make this third one, guys.
Come on. That's what we're here for.
To be a little more less YouTuber-y. So we each got assigned by show one of the 3 major video game companies between Nintendo, Sony, and Xbox. And 2 of us were going to be making great rosters, and one of us is going to be making the Xbox team. And so we're going to be trying to do this based off of position. Basketball, we're not just like, these are 5 people. They're magic. Fuck it. Like, no, we need a point guard. You need a shooting guard. Your team has to flow. You need some defense. You need some offense. Could they do a pick and roll? Would they be selfish? And the main thing we're going to do here is we're going to be analysts, not like ESPN. We're not going to argue about our favorite Ninja Turtle here. We're going to really try and figure out which team would be the best, regardless of who came up with the team. Because just one of them needs to be good enough. This is going to be a recurring segment. Realistically, what I would love to do with this, if we do this podcast long enough, is eventually come up with we get our top 8 teams that we do from a couple of these and we bracket it. And that can be a whole episode, and I think it'll be a lot of fun if we get there.
I would love that.
I would love to do that. I would love to do this segment a lot. I actually had a lot of fun coming up with the team. I want to
make a starting 5 out of the characters from Friends. I feel like I could really put up a good lineup
That could be good, but that's funny. And then they'll get dunked on by one of our point guards. I'm good to start if you guys are.
We should do sitcoms. That's so
sitcoms are good. Sitcoms is a good one. Okay, guys. So for my point guard, I needed someone. I like a classic point guard. I'm not a fan of ball hog on my team. I think it just doesn't flow as well. If you're at the 1, you need to use the power of friendship. That's why I got my point guard to be Sora from Kingdom Hearts. At around here, I have
not a bad choice.
At 117 pounds and 5'2", he may not seem that threatening.
And 13 years old as well. Let's just push that one out there as well. But however, you know what? Leadership doesn't come from age. It comes from experience.
It comes from experience, and Sora has saved the world many a time, I'd say. And he's fought alongside great warriors. Mickey Mouse, Goofy, Donald Duck.
Simone and Pumbaa. Simone and Pumbaa, dude. Come on. What are we talking about, dude?
Warriors of art.
Alice in Wonderland, dude.
So the main thing for Sora, I think he'd be a pass first player. I know for a fact, just based on I've played his games, I've seen some gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 3. That motherfucker can jump and leap and soar into the air. His name
Like
literally means sky. He can jump quite a lot, like 2 stories. I believe he also has a double jump. I may be misremembering.
Really?
Even if he doesn't really matter. He can do combos midair, so he can basically fly. That feller is magical.
You know what? He's also the team doctor as well because of his healing spells. So say somebody gets injured on the court, he could immediately pop up a Chiraga, bang, your knee's back up, baby. You don't even have an injury. You're not missing a second.
I think I also have a second guy who could heal. Just through different methods.
You got double healers?
Wow. I got double healers. I like running double healer in my lineup.
I didn't even think about healers. That was genius.
I didn't mean to necessarily. I didn't even think about teasing my picks, my future picks.
Yes, go ahead.
That's awesome.
But yeah, we probably should have explained the rules for some of this. I'll be very quick. If somebody has powers that are like directly connected to them and not like a weapon or armor or some shit like that, it is totally up to them. Or if you have a fun argument for why they should have it, like probably, I don't know, we'll get there. But if you have a fun argument for them being allowed to use their power anyways, fuck it, it's fun.
I have a couple of arguments.
They do need to be able to dribble a basketball most likely, otherwise they can't really play. Right. I think that's fair. And then lastly, they can't be too big. For the rule of, they need to be able to fit in the arena, or if they're too big to be on the court, the moment they hold the basketball, they'll be out of bounds. And that's illegal. We cannot break the rules of basketball. That is sacred.
That's true. You can't break the rules of basketball.
Yeah. It'd be a war crime. Kane, who's your point guard? And
so,
who do you have?
Yeah, so I'm team Xbox. Yeah, I used to have an Xbox 360 back when I was younger. I just remember getting on and playing all the time. That was such a fun console. But then I was looking back too, trying to make a team. I was like, dude, there's like
this console sucks.
This console sucks. Anyway,
can I pick Master Chief 5 times?
So I brought 5 Spartans.
From the Odyssey or whatever, just the whole 5-man lineup of Spartans.
Blue team, move out. We're playing basketball.
I believe I've constructed a strong roster that could compete at this high level of basketball. So we'll see what happens. At the point guard, though, I've got from the game Psychonauts and Psychonauts 2, the main character Rasputin Aquato.
Love children at court.
Is a 10-year-old coming in at 4'4" at about 75 pounds.
All the measurements you want from a prototypical point guard. That's all the things you want. The age, the height.
I do genuinely worry about this kid getting killed.
Okay, so he is an athlete, though. An athlete.
Yeah, my center might be
former acrobat, comes from a family of acrobats. A very torrid, sad story. If you'll have a second, I'll tell
you
later.
Explain what you mean by former acrobat? Does that mean
he grew up in a family of acrobats and he had psychic abilities? And his family grew up and he told them that people with psychic powers are bad. And then he had the highest psychic abilities. And then he got recruited to be a psychonaut by the program. And then he was like, okay, I should go do that. And he did it. And then now he's not longer an acrobat, but he uses his acrobat powers and his psychic abilities to solve different crimes and stuff like that. And so
he's part of that story.
Yes, and he has telekinesis and he has a torrid backstory. And
so he could levitate the ball.
He can, and he can do a little maneuver, but I don't think
would it just get yoinked?
I think it would still get yoinked. I think it would still get yoinked. He's so small, the trajectory, but he's a great passer and he's a great facilitator. And he can
if he's just shooting from the 3 with the telekinesis, one can jump up high enough to stop it. He could just go high arc every time. And the problem is the defense, not great.
That's an interesting point.
He could call the other team's plays before they even happen.
Look,
he wouldn't know them.
So that's why I think he's kind of a powerful thing. But on defense, even though he knows what would be happening, he would still get bodied. I want to make that clear.
How fast
would they be able to back him?
How fast could he run down the court? Realistically,
I don't believe he's not
with those little legs.
He's not on the fast break.
He's not on the fast break either. So I don't believe that's why I don't think he's going to be bringing the ball up the court. He's not a traditional one, but I think he'll end up being
like a Steph Curry.
He's kind of a floor general.
After, yes. So we'll see later on how it goes.
I've actually tried to design a team that is good on the fast break. Like I've tried to design a fast team that will get to the basket in like 5 seconds.
My team is versatile. We're playing in the half court. We're playing in the
we are crashing the board.
And do you know how we're going to do that?
How
are you start with one man. One man at the point. The one titular character. You could make a debate in this debate that he is the logo. You know who we're all talking about. It's Mr. Super Mario Man himself. He is the man, the myth, the legend. And when he dunks, the ball turns on fire. He's dunking with such ferocity. You name me any other type of character that can dunk over a 9-foot, 500-pound lizard, because I don't. I'm actually throwing that lizard short. Sora could. Rasputin, I don't know. He might be getting blocked in the tank, you know. But look at the thighs on him too. Even though he's a little smaller at the height of 5'1",
he's kind of like
when
Zion.
people are trying to back him, dude. If people are trying to back him down, they can't. He's got that Kyle Lowry ass and thighs, but with the defensive tenacity of Drew Holiday and the leadership of Chris Paul and the mustache of Mario, the guy is undefeatable.
That's strong.
He is he is the titular character in all of media. And also he has games where he actively plays basketball. We have footage. I mean, we have hours of footage on this guy. You can watch him go 3-on-3. You can watch him go 5-on-5. He's versatile. He's there. And he's just going to make the right decision every single time.
Thank you, hon.
I love that pick. He's such a strong
Zaxby's.
I mean, let's be real. He had to be picked in this draft if I had Nintendo. If I left Mario off my team, that'd be like leaving LeBron James off of a team, you know? Like that'd be leaving Kobe. Like
to be clear, this is the most popular video game character. If you go to anywhere in the fucking world, there's a chance you go to Antarctica and a penguin will be like, "That shit's Super Mario." He knows
it's wearing a Super Mario shirt.
I mean, hey, alone right now, like selling jerseys. I mean, are you kidding me? What
Mario the most money? That's true.
Dude, that Mario jersey is flying off the shelves.
Kane has brought in some guy. Kane brought in an international player that he swears will be super popular and everybody loves. Right. I brought in dork pick, and you brought in Michael fucking Jordan. Yeah. You brought in the cool.
I do have questions about the name Rasputin Aquato too. I mean, like if I'm drafting a player, you know, and I draft that guy, and it's like some dude from the Euro leagues that you don't really have any tape on, and you're like, but everybody swears he's good. They swear he's good, you know. And then either he's like out of the league in 5 years, or he's like 20-year career, you know.
It's like Ricky Rubio.
However, he could have a 30-year career.
Yeah, exactly. You were getting time with this guy.
He could literally have a 30-year career.
Dude, I mean, with Sora, he's also got at least a 30-year career. Mario could be 400 for all we know.
But Mario has already had
his game will age better, I believe.
Mario has already had a 40-year career in real life.
Yeah, Mario might be tired.
Hey, what age is Mario? Can we get an age?
It's gonna piss us off when we look it up.
Mid-50s.
It's gonna be like 26.
I've looked up all the ages for mine, and some of them are. I'm like, oh, I didn't. Okay.
None of my ages
based off of the very famous Mario movie. Based off of the very famous Mario movie with Chris Pratt playing the titular character of Mario. He had to have been what, 30s in that? All right, 44.
Okay, but he's still, he's
coach on the field, guys. Coach on the field. All right, not gonna lie, guys. Our point guards are struggling defensively. I mean, Sora's gonna get up there and block a shot, but these guys are tiny.
No, I think you're wrong about Mario. I think Mario, of our people so far, I think he's one of the better defenders in the league.
We have a really bad. I think
Mario would straight up be like a DPOY MVP candidate every year. So, I think he's got the hustle. He's got a motor, bro.
Also, the problem is with our last thing on this, we picked a 13-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 45-year-old man. So
I don't think Mario
our age, height, and weight aren't great, but the heart,
AI is never wrong.
Skill, and the athleticism.
To be clear, Mario is strong as shit too, though. Like he is chucking shit. He can shoot fire whenever he wants. I don't know, bro.
Mario, if he puts on his doctor outfit, who knows? I got a doctor on the court too.
You can have a doctor
on the court. Somebody gets injured, suddenly, boom, he puts it on, takes out the stethoscope.
Yep.
Mario's there.
Okay. Well, I'm good to move to our shooting guards. Let's figure out who's at the 2. Who are we facilitating towards? Mario's only 24 years old. There you go. Yeah. See, it doesn't matter.
He's
It doesn't matter
in his
because
prime.
yeah, he's in his prime, but he always will be. He's been 24 for 40 years.
I also like that ad. I like the little subheading there. Does that mean Luigi's a teenager? ... Question mark.
Yeah. So we have at my shooting guard 5'9", 150 pounds, deceptively Miles Morales, Spider-Man. I think will be monstrous.
What a pick. The only guy that actually wears Jordans on the floor too.
That's why. Wow. So I was picking. I was in a call with a lot of my friends, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll do Spider-Man. It's a great idea." And my friends are like, "Pick fucking the New York kid that wears J's, you idiot." It's like,
yeah. He's also, I think, taller than Peter Parker now in some of the comics. So
maybe in the comics,
Peter's like
I'm taking from the game.
Oh, it is the game. You're right.
I'm talking game
right,
strictly. Miles does usually get taller than Peter, but in the game, shorter. He's a little younger.
In that game, he was not even that much shorter. I remember what.
No, Peter Parker's kind of a short fuck, to be fair.
Peter's like 6'1", 6'2", man. Don't hate on my boy.
I hate him. So I'd say he could even wear Tim's if he wants. I'd say he could wear Tim's. I think he would be fucking crazy good at driving. I think he would have an insane drive to the basket. Oh yeah, the fuck like are you gonna do against Spider-Man? Yeah, with bro. And to be very clear, he might be the strongest guy on my team. Spider-Man is famously strong as fuck. Sure. Can take
also,
on 10
how
men.
do you get the ball with him? His hands are sticky.
Unstealable.
Like you literally, if he just holds the ball out like that, you couldn't take it away from him.
Now
like, you're allowed to palm the ball when you're just sitting there.
The web shooters are equipment, so I don't think I have access to the webbing. However, he still has the hand grip. Like, I don't think you're getting the ball from him if he doesn't want to.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, but the web shooter itself
is something to adhere your hand to the ball anyway. So, like, you would be able to use that, I don't believe.
But he's not using it.
You can use your hand. That's fine.
Even if the web shooters that's just literally his hand. Yeah.
Oh, web shooters would be cheating anyway. Yeah, it's a weapon. Web shooters would be cheating either way. So, however, it's impossible to get the ball from him. I think he'll be less of like a handles god, and he'll actually play much more like a forward when he's driving. Yeah. I think he's a catch and shoot beast.
And I could see him getting the ball off an alley-oop from Sora and just putting it down.
Now I'll say I think there's some defensive players where he does run into a height issue again, just for being kind of a pretty undersized. I mean he's got hops. It's fucking Spider-Man. Like he can get over somebody, but Mario can guard him. Let's be real. Mario's got height on it too. I don't think this is just like a easy fucking Miles runs the team kind of thing. I think he's the heart. I think he's the heart of the team. People will listen to him.
I think he's an all-star in this league.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. He's definitely. I would be shocked if he's not the best shooting guard.
It's not a bad pick.
I'd be pretty shocked.
I got a pretty good one.
Yeah,
mine's pretty.
Also, he can go invisible. I don't remember if that's a thing in the game or not.
I think it is.
But that's like insane. That's fucking crazy.
But then also, I mean, your teammates can't see him either, though.
Teammates can't see him either, though.
But Sora has the power of friendship and magic, and he knows
if Rasputin and Miles were playing together, if Rasputin was playing with Miles, because he could see him with his brain, so you could just have him hiding by everybody, and Rasputin can just fucking get him the ball real easy with like his psycho powers.
That's crazy. That's why I think Raz is under. And so for
Raz is a better pick than I thought. Look, dude, I'm sorry I hated on the 10-year-old.
Raz is gonna improve every time.
Yeah, it's gonna grow on everyone.
He will.
Who's
your hating on this
75-year-old of the roster? And so for shooting guard, this is another game that is not an exclusive, but was on Xbox first for I believe like a whole 2 years or something like that. And he's another smaller, younger player too. This is Cuphead. From the game Cuphead. He is let me give you the case for Cuphead.
Okay. You were struggling, huh?
Let me give you the case for Cuphead. Let me give you I'm building a constructing roster. Let me build you a picture.
When you said you were a small ball roster, you were not lying, because I think your shooting guard might be smaller than your point guard.
What I've looked up, it's kind of like been argued. Cuphead's about 20. That's what it is, right? Isn't it awesome?
It's actually a great picture. That's cool.
Cuphead's about 20. He's 3'4". He's undersized also. He's about he is 80 pounds, however. more stocky than Raz is.
80 pounds. He weighs 75.
Okay.
That's
Well, he's a whole foot shorter.
Kane, he dies in 3 hits.
But he's
made out of porcelain.
He is an insane.
He is made out of porcelain.
Player. He's a fast player and he's a good shooter too. Okay, if he can get
one hard foul.
He's a good shooter. He can help run that 7-second offense that we're trying to be pushing the ball with Raz and Cup. They've got some fast pace.
I know he can shoot. There's no doubt about that. He's one of the best shooters.
He's one of the best shooters. He's our knockdown. You know what I mean?
He's a catch and shoot. Yeah.
He's a catch and shoot guy.
But if he goes for a drive one time, dude, and he gets hit hard. Ooh.
No, for sure. He does sometimes, and that will happen. But the thing is,
he has 3 hits.
You have to put a good perimeter defender on Cuphead at all times. You know what I mean? Just the spacing. Think about the spacing we're starting to develop. Cuphead's like zooming through like Steph Curry, like that. Raz knows where it's coming through. When you start to see the other lineup, the picture will start to come. But I do agree. Cuphead might be the 2nd worst player in my team. But
I know who I could have guard him the whole game very confidently on my team.
And my bench player would be someone who could come in and relieve Cuphead too, honestly, and through the roster. So I understand it's the weakest spot. And size is the biggest thing. So definitely compared to Miles, he's not as good. So this is just like a good role player that has a top 5 shooter in the league, as far as I'm concerned.
This 15-man league.
Well, I mean, there's so many players you could pick from. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I guess we're including the players you didn't pick. That's true. Of the other Space Jammers, the other Jammers. Yeah, Dakota, who you got in your shooting guard?
So, because I'm not sexist like the two of y'all, I'm bringing in a woman to my team, and it is one of the greatest shooters of all time. Her name is Samus Aran, and Samus is a monster. Look at her; she has basketballs as the actual circles. Is how into basketball she is. You want to talk about someone that loves ball? Samus Aran loves ball.
So
a known shooter. She has the ability to have a little chain, you know. I don't know if that's a thing, but a little chain to get the ball before it's getting out of bounds, maybe. You know, the ball's going out of bounds. She just does like whoop, brings it back into her. Maybe a little much there. But I like that. I also think she can do her little roll where she turns into a ball and just roll underneath someone's legs and then just pop back up and immediately take a little shot. You know, she's agile, she's quick, and look, I had a backup plan for this too. If you guys need to take her out of the armor, I get it. That's fine. But she's still going to be a great shooter.
No, I think she can't be in the armor.
Oh, because she can be in the armor.
She's definitely in the armor. It's not like she's shooting lasers with
mostly,
it.
Right?
Yeah.
It's gotta be what
take off Miles
Well, there's
Morales'
zero suit. So I'll also throw you this, though. I'll throw you this, though. Well, right, but he goes invisible because that's his personal. That's just like
it's the picture
I'll say she gets the suit. No, she should get the suit.
But only that one. But only
she gets
that
full of cool.
Though.
No, if she gets the suit, another character gets the suit. Let's be real.
No, that's fine. I agree with that. I'm just saying only the basketball suit is what she can wear.
Oh, that's fine. So she doesn't get a helmet?
She can't wear. No. She doesn't get. No. We don't want the helmet clouding her vision. You know?
No guns. Don't look on Samus. Don't do that. So let me throw you this though. I actually think putting her on shooting guard is a bit of a disservice to how fucking strong she is. I think you could make her a small forward.
No. Once you see my small forwards, power forwards, and center, you will understand why
he had a good team, bro. I'm jealous.
That's why she's taking the shooting guard because she is a known shooter and she has basketballs on her shoulders.
And she loves strong the game. As fuck. Yeah.
And she's a babe. It might distract the guys. They might be like, wow.
Might distract the guys.
Like Miles might look at her. Miles might look at her and be like, she kind of looks like Gwen Stacy. I don't know.
The rest of my team will not be distracted by Lady. Miles might actually get a little cooked by that.
Yeah.
If he'll be like, is that Spider-Gwen? And then he'll cry.
He still looks pretty badass to me.
Yeah. Even without so to be very, she's like, she is more comparable.
She's Bradley Beal. She
is more comparable to like a Spartan from Halo than other shit. She is like a genetically modified person that's in the game, that's known. She's crazy. Small forward.
She's one of the greatest snipers we've ever seen. She can sit in that corner and hit shots all day long. And then also when she goes to pump fake and then she turns into a little ball and rolls underneath them as they jump, and then she just has an easy hit right there. Imagine how cool of a highlight. Top 10
compared to a lot of the league. I think her one problem might be she doesn't have a lot of height, which sounds stupid, but like compared to a lot of other people, she's not a great jumper. To my knowledge.
Just drafted Cuphead.
Yeah, I just think Cuphead fucking sucks.
Hold on. Let me say this. Let me say this. Nintendo right now has like a top a GOAT potential player right at the point guard and a really good all-star. I think it's
and a good secondary. Yeah.
Xbox has got like a borderline all-star sort of player at point guard some years. You know, if he has some good stats, and then like a nobody at shooting guard. And honestly, you've got a shooting guard. Normal player too, I think. So I think Nintendo's kind of taking it right now. If I had to pick.
So for now, I think Nintendo is ahead.
And Cuphead.
I think Sony's close.
Rasputin and Cuphead don't even weigh them out, dude. Rasputin and Cuphead, if you added their total weights together, doesn't list to Samus. There's not a lot of crazy. That's not a lot of weight. You're going to have to be running some.
At the final hour last night, I decided, fuck my height. I don't care. I need a superhero. And so for my small forward, I couldn't actually find a real height for him, and the game is quite old and it's hard to tell. I'm bringing in Pepsi Man.
Wow.
Who weighs as much as a Pepsi and is as tall as a Pepsi, whatever that means. I saw him listed to be anywhere between 5'8" and like 6'4". But he's actively jumping over cars, is he not?
Yeah, he
jumps over cars.
Oh, he's got a chain? He's
wins.
Cool. Austin wins.
He's cool. So Pepsi Man has the power of Pepsi, and he can also stop time.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
There's got to be some sort of like Pepsi electrolyte drink too that he can like get the boys on the sideline, I'm
going to say for sure he would be able to feed everyone Pepsi at all times and probably heal them through the magic of Pepsi.
You have a major sponsor.
I'll say I think we have a super home court advantage. I think the more distance he is from Pepsi, the worse he'll be. However, if he can find the time in the final hour, I think he could be the best clutch shooter in the league. If you write the word Pepsi on the basketball, you are not getting it from him. He will be an unstoppable monster. But I don't think he'd do it every game. Like I think he's
question the skill set. I do question the skill set. I don't question the athleticism. I do question the skill set and the ability to make it down in the clutch, as you're saying. But I do see the appeal at Pepsi Man.
He has a chain.
If I'm so honest,
he has a chain, guys.
If I'm so totally honest,
there.
This is my funny haha option. I do have a different guy that I've switched to 6-man as a backup forward that I do.
You need that's fine. You need to get this fan.
Yeah, but I think Pepsi Man is still probably the most athletic guy here. He does nothing but sprint all day, nonstop.
Out of all the players here, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think he's got a really good power set. He's strong as shit. He also is like he's another guy. I picked a lot of magical people. He gets completely flattened by a comically large Pepsi can, and then he just stands right back up. He
runs really fast. I can just see him. Shit. I can see him in the fast break, getting the ball on a steal and just
this is another crash the board.
Look, he's the size of a car, dude. He's the size of a car.
Yeah, he's huge. That's what I'm saying. If we can give him
at least 6'6".
If we can give him 6'4", I'm okay. If we can give him the taller end.
He's huge. Look at that. Huge. That's just another guy standing on the side of the road.
I can't figure out how much he weighs. I just assume he's that size and he's just filled with Pepsi. So whatever amount of Pepsi would weigh.
Whatever 6'6" amount.
A 6'6" man made of Pepsi, however that weighs. Yes. That's how much he weighs.
Are we assuming his skin is metal, or is it kind of like an outfit? Like, what is it? Aluminum? Like he is made out of the can?
It moves.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's his skin. So it's not like a suit he can take off.
Crunch pretty easy, Like
I'll assume
it is aluminum, man.
But he also can move around.
Yeah. Hey, Austin, I I like the athleticism. I like the run and gun team you built, kind of.
He's Asar Thompson. You just drafted Asar Thompson, basically.
I did.
Yeah.
And much like Asar Thompson, I do worry he'll put himself into foul trouble. I worry that Pepsi Man would not quite understand the real rules of basketball and the nitty gritty about it. I think he'll be. He speaks in Pepsi.
Okay.
I think he can hear you. He can hear your cries for help, and that's what matters.
That's it.
He can hear but can't speak.
Yeah, he speaks in Pepsi. So that's whatever that means. However, that helps the team. He speaks in Pepsi. I think he's a great player, though.
Good pick. Yeah,
I think he's also defensively. I think he brings up the team a lot. I think he's a defensive fucking beast.
You're the first team with a major sponsor on the jersey too, and that's huge. Like, we're going to be ragtag. We're going to have
I have facilities now.
You have a major sponsor. You got enough money to throw around behind this team with him on there. I mean, surely he's the CEO of Pepsi. We all know that.
He's the god of Pepsi. I think it's beyond that. Yeah.
We did say we were going to get into God talk in episode 4, so we did it already.
That's true.
There's your talk, everybody. That's what you're waiting for. We got it.
We've been on this too long. I'm sorry.
Speaking of God talk, I'm going to go ahead and pick the guy who we're building this whole team around, who I think is probably the best player in the league. At 7'2", 995 pounds.
Oh, did my webcam die? Okay.
I'm taking John 117, Master Chief, at the small forward position. He's insanely athletic.
We knew this was coming. We knew this was coming.
So I brought in a sixth man specifically to try and handle him. I genuinely, the whole time I was sitting here, I was like, all right, I made a good team. Fuck, I have to have defense for Master Chief. I just need somebody that could keep him at 40. You know what I mean?
Master Chief is LeBron and Giannis. That's who he is.
He's going to play LeBron, Harry, J.R. Smith to the finals.
He's way scarier than them.
He's a defensive player of the year candidate, you know, if he wants to really turn it on in the season.
Would we be at all shocked if one day he took off his helmet and it was LeBron James the whole time?
No, I wouldn't be.
I wouldn't put him past Master Chief.
I'll throw you this, though. I'll throw you this, too. Not only is he LeBron and Giannis, he single-handedly won a war. Can you imagine if that was like a thing you call out in a basketball series? At 7 feet tall and 400 pounds, the winner of an entire war.
He commands attention. Imagine, like, just the guards and Master Chief right now do the spacing that we're creating with the motion and the running around and Raz knowing what's going on, being able to find Master Chief on the right side, like being able to create some.
I'm going to be brutally honest. I'm ignoring Rasputin and Cuphead 100% now. Master Chief is my only worry. If I lose to Cuphead and Rasputin, I'm taking that.
In this scenario, I'm letting Cuphead take the shot, because if I don't double Master Chief, he's going straight to the basket every time.
You got to let Cuphead take the shot, because we know after 3 falls he's breaking.
100%.
Yeah,
so
I will instruct my power forward to kill Cuphead.
The
most
Xbox
likely.
team is built a lot like those early Cavs teams where it's like, fuck, dude, LeBron is so good. He can but I can't stop him. So that's Xbox's really only chance at
how big is he?
Winning this. He's 7'2", 995 pounds, but agile too.
Is there an idea that he might crush the court with his weight?
To be very clear, no. He's a ton. With armor, he is a ton.
Too much.
As long as we're not, I don't know. This is also a magical court. It's okay.
We'll
just say that. Fuck it. It's fine.
It's
fine.
So, I mean, what else can you say? You know what I mean? Like, his resume speaks for himself.
I think he would get the nastiest poster on Samus.
That's what I'm saying. So he might be the best player in the league, but
that's armor on armor crime. That's armor on armor crime.
Will it be enough? I don't know. We'll keep saying.
It'll depend on. I think my lineup against him will be like. I hope Pepsi Man can take him. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Who do you got as your small forward, Dakota?
So my small forward, sometimes you need a captain. You need a man who's strong-willed, and who has some might say one of the greatest punch outs if you were trying to get the ball out from somebody, stealing the ball, that Falcon punch. Boom. I'm going with Captain Falcon as my small forward at a shocking 6'8", 310 pounds. This man is a
6'8"?
unit.
Why are you not having him on power forward?
Oh, because this was the thing. This is why I had to change him to my small forward. Because I did not realize how big my power forward is. But this guy, he's literally a captain. Scary. He's a hero. He's got the fit on. He can jump. He can run. He can defend. He's an everyman, dude. He's just going to do what you need him to do in that game. He's not selfish. He's my right type of guy to finish out that roster. And if anyone that can defend Master Chief, 6'8", 310 pounds is not completely out of the question.
I think it could be a thing where it's like Kawhi in the 2014, like, well, you held Master Chief to 28 and 14.
That's what I'm saying. My hope is that I can hold Master Chief at 35. I hope. Because I will say, I think Captain Falcon's the fastest here.
He is like 90% fast.
Sure. Because we can only really take his Smash Bros. We can only take his like Smash Bros numbers, and he is like one of the fastest characters in the game.
Okay.
Realistically, it's Smash and car.
I bet you could set some pretty hard picks too. I bet you.
I can also imagine him. Imagine him coming over as help defense, dude. His ability to get from one cross the stage to the other and smash is so fast. You just immediately do a little droop and do that. Help defense is there. 300 pounds. You're not blocking him down.
Right now, out of the Nintendo,
and he'd be good at getting foul. He could raptor boost straight into somebody.
Who out of your squad and the Nintendo team was like taking the shots right now? Who's like
Samus is a shooter, dude.
Do you think I really think you're overrating how much Mario would facilitate?
I think Mario could be a little selfish.
That's why I brought another captain in, because sometimes Mario gets a little off his kilter. So I brought in a captain.
And Captain Falcon can pick him up and hold him like a baby.
Exactly. So that's why I brought in a backup guy, just in case Mario decides to be like, I'm the fucking logo. I'm going to try and be me today. Captain Falcon's going to send him in space and be like, look, dude, we've been fighting against each other in Melee since 90s, you know? Like, we got to come together.
Mario's like, I'm going to guard Master Chief.
I will say, I think we all have a bit of a language barrier here. Pepsi Man only speaks Pepsi. Cuphead and Pepsi Man might be able to communicate. They both might actually speak in drink, whatever that means.
No, Rasputin can just Captain do the communication for everyone.
Captain Falcon only speaks Japanese. I'm pretty sure he is not bilingual.
Actually, Mario is Chris Pratt.
Mario speaks Italian.
We know exactly
gibberish.
What he sounds like.
Yeah, he goes. That's like the fucking. Okay, that's all he can do.
I am now starting to understand. You are right. I don't have a lot of communication on my team, but my coach is going to help out with a lot of that.
Okay,
my coach is going to help.
Y'all are going to be scared of my coach. So at power forward, I have my Final Fantasy representative at 6'7", and I could not fucking figure out how much he weighed again. Sephiroth. The one-winged angel. I've kind of gone for a villain team here at the end here. So my one fear is that he would kill someone, but I think Sora would convert him with the power of friendship. And so Sephiroth would be not a murderer at this time.
I did have a question about Sephiroth, though. Did you not? No. Never mind. He's just so evil.
He is quite evil.
He's just so evil.
He is quite evil, but you need a guy. You need an enforcer. I have 2 enforcers on my starting lineup. You need an enforcer that people just aren't going to fuck with. Because if somebody punches Sora, it's nice to have Sephiroth walk over and beat the shit out of them in the fight.
Sora gets punched pretty hard. He can handle himself.
He can handle himself, but I feel like against Master Chief, Sora would kind of get his ass whooped.
Oh, that's Master Chief.
Of like, yeah, but that's who we're going against. Like, Sora's like, I fight the darkness and demons with my friends Goofy and Mickey. And Master Chief has grown man strength and would beat the fuck out of him.
I could see him being like a menace though, and like a pest, and pissing off Master Chief enough to like maybe rattle him a bit.
Sephiroth's height and weight? What's Sephiroth's?
I couldn't figure out his weight. I used the remake trilogy for his size though, so we are going to say 6'7". He can also fly, like just straight up. He's a cheat code on that. That's not a equipment. That's just him. He also famously, because of Final Fantasy VII experiments, he can use magic. He has the ability to just telekinetic fire, kind of like our boy Mario. So in my head, he can commit ranged fouls. I think that would count, and I think that would. Yeah, I think he would. I think he'd be defensive anchor. He's fast as fuck. I think he's like famously.
And he's gonna be so popular with the girls. I mean, look at that. I think so. Yeah, those jerseys are gonna be selling like crazy. The Pepsi logo, Sephiroth jersey. Are you kidding me? That's gonna do numbers, dude. That's gonna do numbers.
The Sony Pepsis.
I'm not familiar. Is he like really strong?
Yeah, like, absurdly so.
He's like a world level threat. He
is an augmented person. He is he's a world level threat. In when like he comes around, super soldier program.
That's
he is
cool.
He is of the super soldier program. He's the boogeyman. He was so strong. He went rogue and started leveling towns.
Any fear that Sora and him have clashed multiple times?
They have, but again, I think Sora would, for the good of basketball.
The power of friendship. The power of friendship. You made a good point of that. He is.
Yeah,
he had the power.
I think Sora would walk up.
Look, by the time that we're in the playoffs, those kinks will be worked out.
Yeah, I think so.
There'll
be a couple bad early game stuff. Maybe a tiff on the sideline once or twice.
I think we got a rough regular season, and this isn't even the biggest one. I don't think this is the bad one here. My captain of my team is probably the baddest dude in here, if I'm so real. Yeah, that's my power forward. I got Sephiroth. I think he's a good pick.
All right. Interesting. So at power forward for the Xbox team, this is probably our weakest link.
That sucks.
I thought he was an interesting player to the
ad. Getting bounced round one, bro.
I don't know. I mean, look, there's an interesting construction. This team could be maybe, you know. But I'm going with Cole Train from the Gears of War series.
Sick.
Oh, what a pick! What a pick! That's an actual NFL player, dude.
It's an actual NFL player, trash ball.
That's a real superstar athlete.
230 pounds. He's a little undersized, but he is strong. And he is an athletic.
That's Zach Randolph right there, dude. That is Zach Randolph right there. You got prime Zebo. You just got prime Zebo, dude.
Are the Gears like augmented people, or are they normal guys?
I think they're
like the peak of humanity, but normal guys.
They might be like a little Space Marine out where they're like augmented a bit.
I think it's like a tiny bit. Like once the war started, they started taking some stuff, if I remember correctly.
I just think he'd be a great team player. I think he'd get all the rebounds for us. He'd do all the boxing out you need. He'd do all the little things. He'd do the details. He'd be a great locker room guy too. He's cool as shit. Everyone loves him.
He's a glue guy.
He's a glue guy, dude. He's a real glue guy. That can.
That's what I'm kind of hoping Miles is.
Some nights, if he really has to be, he could be the third scorer on the team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I think he could actually. I think we would all be shocked on how good his perimeter game is.
Not only that, he is a leader of men. He led men on the football field. He led men in the Gears of War, war. I don't know. I said it right. In the Gears Wars, he led men, and then he also him and Master Chief, like with the military background. Look at the guy, dude. Are you kidding me?
He's just a respected figure in the league too.
He's also like the biggest guy I've ever seen. And I
great pick.
You're starting to see the build and the construction. Like if Master Chief gets any trouble, dude, Cole's gonna step up.
This is your enforcer.
Don't be touching Master Chief like that, bro.
This is your
He's
enforcer.
He's also maybe the only like real person that's in the group. I mean, yes, he fought in the Gears. He's kind of the only like normalish dude. He had like a real day-to-day job. Like, what's Samus's job? That's not a job. Mario.
Bounty hunting. Yeah. You actually have two bounty hunters. Samus and Captain Falcon. That rules.
I mean, Cuphead is kind of doing bounties. He's taking them out for the devil the whole time. He's literally taking out bounties for him.
It's true.
You have a team of bounty hunters.
You got some bounty hunters.
Hey, look, you're starting to see the shape of this, right? It's starting to build out into something. So let's see what you got.
Who's your power forward?
I initially had these two characters switched until I learned something shocking about the potential for my power forward's height. My power forward is Waluigi. Waluigi is the lankiest boy there is. He's going to be passing out of the post. He's going to be doing this. And Waluigi was listed at a shocking. At first, I thought he'd be like 6'7", 6'8". Somebody theorized he was 7'7". 7'7", they said Waluigi might be. I'm going to call time on that. But when you go to it, when you go to his height, they say it's theorized to be between 6'7" and 7'7".
Whatever show pulls up is where it's going.
I will give. Okay. I would be okay with shaking on. He's a 7'2".
I'm afraid
he looks about when he's standing next to Donkey Kong. He looks taller than him.
Yeah, I would worry.
Is he gonna guard Cole and Sephiroth?
He's my Chet Holmgren, dude. Chet Holmgren only weighs 200 pounds, but the length, you think you've got him pushed back, but his arms are so long that he blocks the shot anyways, because you're like, holy shit, I can't believe his wingspan is like this long. He's also a conniving bastard that's gonna get under the other player's skin. There's
Aren't
no
you
way.
worried about him cheating?
Oh, a big plan of my team is cheating.
There you go.
We'll get to that soon.
Yeah, he's 7-7. All right.
7.
That's his official height. Shut up.
264, dude. He is a beast. And that's not even my center. He's just bringing the height from there. You know he can shoot. We have footage of him also playing basketball. We literally have footage of him playing basketball as well. So the footage is out there. The guy can hoop. The guy can hoop. The guy can hoop. You know,
I think he's your worst shooter. I don't think he's scoring.
Oh,
much.
no. Waluigi's not a scorer. He is a passing out of the post guy. He might actually have a nice little cream skyhook, believe it or not, with those arms.
I see why you wanted him on small forward.
He's doing it on the picture. But once I saw that 7-7, I was like, I need him. Yeah. I need him roaming the post, dude. I need him roaming the post bad.
Yeah, I think it's a good pick.
I think it's probably your worst player though, but I see why he's on the squad. I
also Kane. You know, I would have to choose.
You gotta have
Waluigi is my favorite character in all of maybe anything. I love it.
If it's up to me,
dude. He's balling while he's swagging. He has a championship on his shirt. He won a championship. Look, it's on his shirt.
I mean,
he probably didn't lie about that. He never lies.
That's true. Famously. Why would he lie? Yeah, I mean, he's. I think this is still a good pick. I think the Nintendo roster in general is going to be really strong, but
I just saw the hype.
It does feel like your weakest pick. I don't know why.
But he's so good at stealing the ball, dude. He loves stealing stuff. He's going to block some shots. He's 7-7 was the selling point. I'm sorry. I saw 7-7.
So, I mean, yeah, it's true. Speaking of people that are 7-7, I have my center at 7'8", 310-ish pounds. Original trilogy, Kratos. This is my team captain. He
had to be there. We all knew he was coming.
Strong. He's a straight up fucking diesel. You want to talk about somebody who's gonna move like LeBron, except way bigger and scarier? I think he's my primary option.
And the God of Pepsi and the God of War.
Yeah.
Holy shit. You have two
I think he is my primary scoring option at all times. I think this is crash the board. We're going for twos. We're not going to have a big perimeter game. I think he'll be a monster on defense.
So this is the original series one, right?
Somebody down
yes. Because the original series is taller.
A little crash out and getting fouling out. I can see him being fouled.
That's not a bad take. That's not a bad take.
My whole team, it is my fear. It is my fear. I don't think he'll foul out quick. I think he is a man that understands the rules of engagement in combat, and I think he would I think if anything, I'd have more of a problem with him playing like Wilt. He'll get to 4 fouls and then chill out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He'll have to like tone back his aggressiveness if he gets.
I can also just see him having the meanest post moves.
But if we're talking about playoffs, I think gets less calls and everything. My fear, I feel like he just wouldn't be good at free throws. I think it's a super stereotypical super center.
I don't think he'd be a good shooter. He wouldn't be a good shooter.
No, but he'd be a crazy dunker.
I would do anything if I was the Xbox coach. I'd be doing anything to get Master Chief off of a switch onto you. Like I would hate that matchup against that.
Yeah,
like
because I think
he's also versatile. You know, he can guard the 2 and the 5. He can guard them all. Like he's not going to be stuck in the center.
He can. He'll be
I think he is my defensive option. I think the only thing is he's not really a floor general, but I think I have Miles and Sora. Sora's going to make calls. He can get above everybody and just kind of see the board. You get everything in front of him.
Not much shooting on the Sony team.
Miles is a great shooter. Miles can probably pick it up. I think Pepsi Man is a stealthy shooter. He can get us like 15 a night, be consistent. Yeah. Sora's probably a good shooter if we can get him open. I don't imagine he'll be covered all that often. I think he could sneakily be an option. And if Kratos gets the ball, he's going to get in with a drive. But yeah, not a great perimeter team at all. But our plan is to play a more defensive setup. We're going to be mainly focused on the defensive end because if we get the ball and we don't get it in the bucket by like 5 seconds, then we've fucked up. This team is fast. This team is scary. There's the other side of it. Like, are you going to get in a lot of my dude's way? You're gonna stop Sephiroth on transition. You're gonna stop Kratos. I don't think so. I don't think you're gonna stand in front of him and take that charging foul. You might die.
just saw August Cole, dude. August Cole would stand there and take that like a man.
There's some strong players on the front court of the Xbox team, and I'm gonna go ahead and say the center too, who I think is another good size and thing is we're gonna go with the Arbiter at 8'2", 320 pounds. We have Tells It Down. That's the Arbiter from the Halo series. He is the leader of the Zorb or whatever.
We have fear of him only having 3 fingers.
Oh no!
No.
This is a. He's not really here to score. This is a old school style center. This is a lockdown defender. You put him in there. He can pick up the boards. Oh, sure. Yeah. The way totally believe he can. I mean,
I got a feeling we're going to need a couple extra balls on the court because he's going to pop a couple on accident. It's not his fault.
Look, and he's a aggressive, strong guy, but he's also a general of an army, and he's a leader of men too. But he's an older school player that's a back to the basket type of guy.
Master Chief and him have good chemistry. You have a lot of,
Oh yeah. No, I mean there's some good synergy.
It would be terrifying seeing him, dude.
Has crazy synergy right now.
Rasputin's going to be able to help the team out, run this.
There's 3 veterans that will all listen to each other.
And Cuphead's running around. And if he's open, he's going to shoot it.
I'm also just thinking about Mario coming around a pick from like Captain Falcon and then just seeing the Arbiter there. And just instead of trying to dunk, he just immediately passes the ball away. That guy
Mario would have a good fadeaway. Mario would have a great fadeaway jumper, though.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm trying to downplay the GOAT. What am I talking about? Mario would fireball dunk.
Mario would find an option. Yeah.
What about Nintendo's center? What's
your center?
My center. I think we all had to know this was coming. He is. Let me just get this right. 7'10", 800 pounds when he's standing up straight.
Wow.
We're talking about Donkey Kong here, guys.
Oh.
Donkey Kong. No. Bowser's way too stiff. He's got this shell. The flexibility of Donkey Kong. The jumps. Being a monkey. Okay. His hands are so fucking big. And look, he's a little bit more finesse than you thought. A little bit more finesse. He's not dunking.
That's like
he's laying it up, dude. That's a soft touch for a big fella. And, while Mario and him have had some problems in the past,
they've had their differences.
Waluigi is, not necessarily the but like I think you got Captain Falcon to always rein everybody in, and DK, just imagine him in the post, 7'10", 800 pounds, and then you also have Waluigi coming around with the help defense at 7'7" to block some shots. It is going to be tough to score on this team. We are set up in every facet of the game to be well, and I can just look. The guy's got soft touch around the basket. We're actively looking at it right now.
Yeah.
It just felt like a home run of a pick. I don't think I could. I was either going to do that or maybe Petey Piranha, but I thought Petey Piranha couldn't really move.
Petey Piranha would kill someone, and I don't think
he's going to get like a 3-second violation in the paint every single time if you got Petey Piranha. But the whole 10-foot at 900 pounds thing is pretty enticing.
That's a good pick. He's a very big athlete. I mean,
I'm kind of scared of him.
I struggled to do more funny picks than make like a good roster.
It's because he's always hunched down.
I decided to just make a good roster. Yeah, he's always hunched, and maybe that's a problem. He might have back issues. You're gonna have to have the team doctor look into that, Dr. Mario. Put the little stethoscope on it and be like, Yahoo! And give him a big pill. And then he's right in the game, dude.
So, lastly, I think Donkey Kong's an actual phenomenal pick. I think Nintendo, you have the most well-rounded roster.
The 1-5, the Mario Donkey Kong pick and roll is just going to be
disgusting. Wild. Unstoppable. Genuinely unstoppable. I think
my shooting might be a problem. I don't think my guys can shoot. Samus and Mario can, but the other dudes aren't shooting. Mario and Samus can shoot for sure, but
I think Pepsi Man's a shooter. I think on my end,
Waluigi's a back to the basket guy.
I think Miles
is shooting. Miles is shooting.
Automatic. I think Miles is my scorer.
He's known for like hooping and stuff. Like he literally plays basketball in a lot of his things.
I think Sora. That's what I'm hoping is that he can actually put some strategy in play. And by the time we get to playoff, we'll be listening to Miles. We'll play his strats. I think Sora again could probably dunk from the logo. I think a couple of these guys could. But Sora can double jump. Sora has some crazy shit going on. I think we can get to the basket with Soro, and I really think he'd have an okay 3-point. I'm not going to say he'd be 40% from the 3, but I think he would definitely be like 36, 30. I think he'd be pretty reliable from the 3-point area.
I do have a question about the rules slightly with Mario. Say he jumps on someone to bounce off of their head to then dunk the ball, or is that a foul by jumping on someone? But what if they're moving? If he just put his foot directly on top of Master Chief's head and just point upwards.
That's like a purposeful injury.
Over the back? I don't know.
That's like a purposeful injury.
I guess we've never seen someone try in Mario.
I bet if you saw.
I gotta call Draymond right now.
If you saw somebody leave. No, we have seen it. And Draymond got a what's it called? Not a tech. The one where you purposely try to kill people. Yeah. Draymond got a flagrant for stepping on that guy. Yeah, so we do have.
But he didn't. He didn't jump and leap off of him.
It's the
a man that was on the ground.
No, it's not Draymond's fault. Draymond did a basketball move and stepped on a man. It wasn't his fault. Why was he standing there? Or why was he laying down there? But yeah, Mario, if he stepped on a man, I think we get a flagrant. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Because he famously kills people with that maneuver. So like. I don't see that going over well with the ref of being like, hey, you turned this guy into a puddle of goo and broken bones. Can you not do that? Yeah, that might be a flagrant 2 as well, to be honest. I think that would hurt people.
Okay, so I'm going to have to tell Mario to hold back his...
To not, yeah.
Because all he wants to do is jump on people. But he can't jump. He's the logo.
If he can get his triple jump, if he can do his like jumping spinny shit, he's getting the board.
So
he just needs some room.
Are we picking coaches?
Yeah, I have a coach. Do you have a coach, Dakota?
Oh yeah, okay. I got a coach.
He's just gonna say fucking Shigeru Miyamoto.
Oh, I got a coach, dude.
For my coach, I have my grizzled veteran. I think he is one of the most tactically sound players. Or like tactically sound dudes. He's retired at this point. The aging has finally caught up to him. We have Solid Snake from Metal Gear. I think people would listen to him on all sides of it. So be like, wow, you're like this fucking old dude. You'd be friends with Mickey, I think. And then Miles will listen to him because he's probably played Metal Gear Solid and likes him. Pepsi Man, you would see him drinking a Pepsi. He's an elite spy. He knows to drink Pepsi and convince him. Sephiroth would respect that he's a soldier. Kratos likes people that kill people, and that's Snake has done that a lot.
He's gonna keep this team together, and he's so calm. He's gonna be like Phil Jackson.
You're not
gonna see him yelling on the sideline. You're not gonna see him yelling on the sideline. Calm, cool, collected.
I think I get 1 year with the squad and they explode, but this is gonna be a crazy year.
The strategy he's drawing up out of these plays at halftime. I mean, I can't even imagine him with the whiteboard in his hands.
Yeah, bro. It'll be insane. He'll be crazy.
That's a great coach. That's a great coach.
Yeah, bro. I'm huge on him. I think he brings the team together because it literally feels like to me, my team is like a bunch of dudes, and you're like, I don't know how they'll mesh, and then you see Solid Snake, and you're like, okay, they got it.
That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. And you're wondering what tactician is going to put together the Xbox squad, where there's actually some controversy.
Phil Spencer
and Horstachio the Pinata from Viva Pinata.
You're dumb.
Has been named the coach for the Xbox team, and it's under fire recently. Okay, we're wondering
he looks gross.
How this is going to fare and how it's going to mesh, but
I'm sorry. What is this thing's name?
Horstachio.
Okay.
Come on, get it together.
It's actually Horstachio Hudson. Hudson Horstachio.
Now Hudson is a strong last name though. That's a coach's name.
Well, and he's a we're gonna see.
What does he do though?
It's his first time. He's a pinata. He's a unicorn pinata man.
So no real qualifications.
No real
whatsoever
qualifications. No real skills. No real.
I guess he will pump the team up, and if you guys get hungry, theoretically, you could cannibalize your coach.
You could kill him.
I think here's what I believe, guys. Everyone, I'm reporting,
and we all know it's legal to kill pinatas.
I'm just saying what's happening on the streets. They need a scapegoat. They need a sacrificial lamb for why this team failed. They're gonna end up. They can't pin on Master Chief. There's no way it's gonna fall back on him. They've got to have the can. They're gonna have to throw it all on Horstacia. He didn't develop the team right. They weren't ready. They weren't prepared. So I mean, that's just what it is, guys. I'll just say it as it is.
Interesting.
Picked a scapegoat as your coach because you know your team was going to be losing. That's
you're in the loser mentality. But
this
also,
is
would be funny.
If I've ever seen it.
I'd be worried that Horstacia just couldn't. I'd be worried he couldn't get control of the team, and we're going to see Master Chief as basically the coach before the end of the year.
No, yeah. Oh,
100%.
I did not pick Horstacia. Who do you think did? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
He runs the team. Master Chief is the GM.
The real coach is probably Cortana. There's a lady in my head.
Because Master Chief can't have someone who's gonna like draw up, shit for him.
Yeah, because he's just gonna not. He's not gonna listen.
Not gonna do it. So,
who is the Nintendo coach? Who do you have?
I thought to myself, and I thought who was one of the greatest basketball minds of all time, who truly created one of the greatest teams of all time, and I think Red Auerbach.
Can I guess?
Right? And you think Red Auerbach, and who embodies Red Auerbach more than anyone? That would be Wario, one of the greatest conniving bastards of all time. He would cheat so many ways. He is going to lead us to so many victories by cheating his ass off. You guys are going to be like in the locker room, and the heat is going to be up to 120. Like you're going to try and like dribble with the basketball before the game to warm up. They're all flat. You don't have any balls to dribble with, and then you just see him on the sideline, and nothing would piss another team off more than seeing that guy beating you. That dude right there. But he's my Red Auerbach. We're going to find ways to cheat our way into anything. He's a genius heist guy. He knows how to create some things. Him and Waluigi work very well together. The Wario thing, not great, but sometimes brothers have to come together to do something
big beef, but I think they work together. I think you do have a little bit of too much beef on your team, but I think
he's not there to coach,
they pull it together. Yeah.
He's there to cheat.
He's there to cheat. So I'll tell you this. I thought of this. Dakota. That's why I have Snake. Counter spy.
Yeah.
Counter word.
Yep. He actually would 100% catch Wario doing so many things.
I negate this. Counter spell.
He would catch Wario for 3 of the 4 things he did, but Wario would escape with one of those things.
You would see Wario. He would get away with one of them, but then you'd see Wario in the team room suspiciously sleeping from a tranq dart. True. He'd probably put him down.
If anything, that'd be better for my team. He needs to go to bed.
It might be. He needs to sleep. Yeah, he'd gross. Put him in the shower.
He cheats before the game. We don't really need him during or after.
It's probably true. Also, I mean, I think the only person on my team that Wario would fuck with is Pepsi Man. Most likely.
So I don't know how to pick. I'm not too sure.
Because I think Kratos would literally rip him into 2 pieces.
I'm not too sure who should move on from all of this.
So I'll say, if we all have a 6th man to pull from, I think that maybe could be a difference maker. I have we can be a lot quicker with this. It can be a little more self-explanatory. For my 6th man, I have King from Tekken. He was originally going to be my small forward. 6'6", 324 pounds. One of the strongest dudes. I think I put him in here if Chief or Falcon is doing too much work. And can just hold them down. He would definitely get fouled out before the end of the game. That is like kind of why he's here. Good secondary facilitator. Famously, he's like the people's champ, great enforcer, and saves orphans. That's his plot in Tekken. He saves a thing of orphans. He's cool. And he looks very funny.
I like that.
I think that's a good pick.
Coming off the bench for the Xbox team, which is a fire starter. Someone to get out there, cause some chaos, muck around. Who knows what's going to happen. We've got Super Meat Boy, just an absolute little shrimp of him. I think it's.
You've got to get some height on this team.
Well, I looked it up.
He's smaller than the ball.
I looked it up. He's 4 foot.
That's horrifying.
It is horrifying.
How can he even move and dribble that well?
Have y'all seen there's a Super Meat Boy too?
Can he jump? Yeah. He has no knees.
I mean, famously, he jumps quite a bit.
He famously jumps quite a bit. He's very fast and chaotic and creative.
He's nothing but a muscle, so maybe he'd be fine.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know much about Meat Boy.
He'd be explosive. I mean, he's one of the older indie games. It'd be he's pretty explosive. I'll say it's not a bad pick, but he's too small. That's awful.
That's what I'm talking about. This is exactly.
But he's made out of meat. I could just see Kratos eating him.
He also dies very easily.
Well, eating a player has got to be a foul. That can't be legal.
Yeah, but one foul.
That's true. That's fair. Hey, that's
That's
what
the
if he
hard part
sneaks
about
a nibble
Xbox.
behind the referee's back, dude? You don't know that.
That's the hard part about Xbox versus my team, and I'd say against DK. If Kratos does 4 targeted fouls against Meat Boy and Cuphead, you've two of your players are dead.
Oh yeah.
They've just died.
They're dead.
And my other story is that Cuphead had a falling out with Mugman and requested that he be left off the team. And so he got snubbed, and he's pretty pissed off about it.
What?
All right. Let's
seating a player in the foul. That's a good
Let
question.
me round it out with my 6th man. I'm going with the green lizard from Mario. I'm going with Yoshi. I think Yoshi's just a solid pick. He can flutter into the sky so he can get up high as hell. He's a literal dinosaur, which is pretty fun. The dribbling's going to be a bit of an issue because his hands are a little inward, so he might get the ball taken a lot.
I don't think he'd be great.
Imagine him like going to like someone's dribbling and he's just a little side swipe with his tail. His tail's not very long, but also on the off chance you could create some sort of Megazord and have Mario riding Yoshi in some sort of weird, like, how are you going to stop me while I'm dribbling the ball from behind Yoshi like this? There's no rules about getting on another boy's back playing basketball.
I'll throw you this.
Okay.
Yoshi.
What if Mario is jumping off of Yoshi? So it's not one of y'all's players. He's using Yoshi as a lift off.
I did a mock setup of every team of where I thought they would be, and I tried to plan my team around it somewhat. Yoshi I had as your shooting guard. I thought that's where he would end up being because he famously throws eggs with pinpoint accuracy. I think he's a catch and shoot player.
That's why I want him as my backup.
I think he's a good rotation. I think you bring him in 6-man once people get a little tired. I think he's really good.
He can fit in multiple spots. He can play the point. He can play the
and he's very strong. Yeah, he can play probably like the 1 through the 3. He's pretty good.
And he's okay with sacrificing himimself. We all know that. Like
he's
he
selfless,
genuinely does it every game.
I think you need more of on your team, actually.
Like he'll get 6 fouls if he has to. He'll get hurt. He'll do whatever you need.
The only selfless player I think you really have on your team is Falcon. I think the rest of your team is like in it for themselves a little too much.
Whoa, Mario can look around and be like, I need to get these guys together.
I think you're really overrating Mario being a facilitator right now. I think he would want to win, but he wants to win through himself. I think he's an asshole about it.
That's why we have Captain Falcon there to be like, look, man, we need you to lead this team, Mario. You're not playing the right way. And he goes, you're right. And then you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah. And it's like the first or second, like game of the season. He's trying to do too much. Maybe first quarter, and then he gets in his head and he's like, come on.
So to start to wrap this out. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's try. How are we deciding who wins? Should we like all pick a team for sure? Should we rank them like 1, 2, 3?
I think we can. Let's start with who's on. Let's get somebody out, and then let's try and match it up. Right? Who do we think is the worst here? I have it in my head, and it was who I thought it would be. If I'm so totally honest, I don't think the Xbox team is amazing. Team.
Yeah, they're ran by a 10-year-old and a cup.
Yeah,
Chief is very good, but I think unfortunately too many of these players.
Chief's the best player, though. Chief is the best player. Chief is the best player. We can all.
Chief is insane. Yeah.
I love your small forward, power forward, and coach. I mean, in center. But
I like your center.
It's a head scratcher with the point guard, shooting guard, and coach. I mean, Horstachio, what does he bring to the table?
Psychic abilities. Okay,
but he still has to take time. Can he telepathically communicate to someone and tell them something?
Yes.
Okay.
He's still 75 pounds.
He should have been your coach.
And a 10-year-old boy. Yeah,
he's a player. He's an acrobat. He's strong. He's fast. He's
an acrobat.
He's a hero.
He's an acrobat. Yeah, I want to see him do acrobatics near Sephiroth, and see how that goes.
Like the before guy does acrobatics in front of a 10-foot guy.
I'm okay with Xbox. Being the team that gets beat out of here, but I just want to put some.
I think you got to shorten the
blowout.
It's not a blowout.
I don't think they're getting blown out.
It'll be by 10.
Any team with Master Chief on it is getting blown out.
No.
I don't think it's by 10.
I'm getting Rasputin in a pick and roll every single game. We're getting him on a switch every single play. I'm hunting Rasputin.
If it's a playoff series, it's a 4-2. I think you might bring us to Game 7, but
it's Chief. Chief can get you there.
Chief will bring us to Game 7.
He'll be tired by Game 7.
Let's not undersell the Arbiter.
No, that's what I'm saying. The small forward, power forward, and center are great.
I think the power forward can be abused a bit. I'll be honest. He's a little short, and he's just like a normal guy. Through the power of Pepsi, I may just take him down.
And then if that's the case, then I don't see how the Mario Donkey Kong pick and roll
is going to be stopped ever.
And then having Yoshi
so unstoppable
with Samus running around and Captain Falcon doing his thing. I think
I'm trying to think
doing this stuff. But like
Waluigi's my Chet Holmgren, and you guys hate Chet Holmgren, but he's good at basketball. Damn it!
So I'll throw you this. I think Waluigi's your rebounder. I don't think it's DK. I don't think DK is getting rebounds like that. I don't know why.
They're both down there, dude.
They both will, but Waluigi is
7'10" and 7'7". What height are you guys gonna have to reach these dudes, man?
Kratos.
They're giant.
Kratos is 7'8".
How tall is he?
7'8".
That's a good point.
All right, Kratos is 7'8". He's definitely stronger than Waluigi. He's gonna break him. And on rebounds, he's not getting the foul called.
Everyone said that about Chet. Chet's getting 11 rebounds a game and like 3 blocks.
Kratos killed Zeus. He's strong as hell. I will not take this. I could probably sit here and make an argument that he's stronger than DK, but I'm not going to bother. So the other side of it,
the Nintendo team just has pretty sure firepower.
I think they have a lot of firepower. I think they have a lot of cohesion. I think, where did my team go? God damn it. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure the Nintendo team is the strongest. And they cheat. I think it's close, though. I think if we win against each other, it would be we bring you to Game 7. I think the one thing that's kind of underrated right now on my team is Sora's handles. I think
Sora's really good.
I think Sora would like Brunson. He has crazy good handles. He can drive like a monster. I think he'd move like Kyrie, bro. I
always go back to the age. I think he would be broken mentally at some point by these hardened war veterans.
He has gone through trials and tribulations of his own.
And we see him cry every time and break down sometimes. And get on his little hands and knees and say it's over, and he gets sucked into the darkness.
But then what would happen in the final hours? Snake would say, "Get up," and give him a cigarette, and Pepsi Man would give him a Pepsi, and he would get super excited.
I keep forgetting about the Pepsi.
Yeah, Team Nintendo. I agree.
I also think I just had the easiest pool. These guys actively all play sports all the time. Yeah, like they're all sports guys. Like
they all like definitively have some level of cohesion. Just
they all are sports guys, Dakota. That's so fucking true.
They've all played actual sports.
I think Captain Falcon.
They all actually play the sport that we're talking about.
It's true. I think Captain Falcon's probably the baddest dude on that team too.
I feel pretty happy with that result, and I can't wait to see how Team Nintendo fares against any other time we do this. Maybe later.
I was about to say when Jerry is out there, dude.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun with this.
Jerry guarded Mario.
I think this would be a good recurring thing. So next up, now that we've decided that Nintendo's the next SpaceJam movie, they will be in it, which is probably not that implausible that they'll show up in it. Oh shit! Looney Tunes shows up, and then it's I don't know who'll be it. Anthony Edwards in Looney Tunes is in the movie, and then it shows up. It's like, oh fuck, is that Super Mario? And he fucking dunks on bugs.
Is that Rick and Morty?
All right. I mean, they could show up. But next up, we have a little bit of side topic. We just, I want to correct some of our rankings, mainly the Rockets, because they died. That sucks. That's really sad. That's like the first conversation I want to have. I don't want to go too long into it.
That's what Van Fleet is referencing.
Towards ACL. Yeah, he died.
I mean, they like I wouldn't say they're dead just because of the depth they have, and like Reed Shepherd could still really be a good player. So like, he was the number 3 pick in the draft last year.
I don't think he's a bad player
because Van Fleet was there. I don't think they're dead in the water yet, but I do think this obviously affects a little bit.
I think this takes away the difference though is that this wasn't a team that was like, hey, we're gonna make the playoffs this year. This was like hey, we're gonna win the ring this year. This is it. Like we're gunning for it now. And this
I just think Thompson is so good, man.
I think what this will come down to is if they do think Thompson can take over as a point guard. Because that's what I've heard the buzz be. I don't know if I want that either, but he can do it to some degree.
I mean, they have a point guard center. They literally have a guy that can pass out of the center position. They don't necessarily need a point or a pass first point guard.
Or
that's why Reed would work, because he could just shoot threes and then Alfie can hit him out of the post.
Or do they put Reed in at the very beginning of the year and they play him 82 games as starter and they give him minutes and try and work him up the hard way? I don't know. I don't know if that's the right answer, but I think it's a good idea. I think that's what they should do, is probably play through Reed. But there is 2 unsigned point guards for them to look at, perhaps.
I wonder how much money they have left, though.
Yeah.
Westbrook was the one I've seen. To my knowledge, they actually don't have the cap space for this, so I don't even know if this is a real thing they could do. Maybe they could trade out some players, get some cap space. I don't know if they want to do that. They have good depth. I mean, I don't know. I think they're in a hard spot.
Aaron Holiday isn't a terrible backup either. If you had Reed Shepherd and Aaron Holiday, that's not horrible.
Awful. But they're going from the dude, basically, like the perfect slot. Like every single dude on this team is about to be perfect for this team.
Yeah.
And now, like, it's so funny that KD goes to a team and they're just cursed again. Like, that's awesome. That rules. But what the hell? Like, he's going in and they just suck.
Yeah.
I think they'll be like the 3rd, 4th best, probably 4th, if they don't really have a good solution. It'll depend on Reed Shepherd.
They're so young and they're so meant to win in the regular season. I could see them still being like 3rd, 50-something wins, but then they play a team that has like some actual like playoff experience. And
they're not beating OKC. Again. They're not beating the Nuggets. Not in the playoffs. I just don't think so. I don't see it happening.
Yeah. I can even see them struggling really hard with the Wolves now, especially Van Fleet out. Like,
if Timberwolves keep picking it up, I agree.
I mean, Anthony Edwards is just that fucking guy.
You think they would struggle against skinny Zion?
Are we talking about
I don't know what
Zion?
to think about skinny Zion.
So it's
the same shit I see every year. It's just
but this
something
time he's
that
really
doesn't really
skinny.
actually matter or not. Yeah, I just saw really skinny Luka. Like, what? You can. I don't care. Play basketball. Play 82 games. I don't care, dude. Like, fat, skinny, whatever. I've seen fat guys play a bunch. I've seen skinny guys play a bunch. Like, he needs to do something and just stay on the court. Maybe this helps. Maybe it doesn't. I wonder if it affects his ability a little bit to be able to like get all these rebounds and throw his size around.
I think it affects his power. Just straight up. Like, there's no way you can drop 100 pounds and be the same. If he's faster, it'd be cool, but there's no way he has the same amount of power he did, even in college. Because from the pictures and videos I've seen, he's skinnier and smaller than he was in college. He might have a little more grown man strength. That might be a thing, but I don't know. Like, the Zion I think about is big and explosive and moves in a way he shouldn't and rips balls out of people's hands and dunks it on them. But, like, if he's, like, lost a fuck ton of weight and lost some muscle mass as well, because there's got to be some muscle under that fat. I think it'll be slower, bro. Not slower. I think it'll be just like, I just worry he's not going to play how he did. And then if he can't play like Zion, who cares if he's back, right? Or he'll just get injured in 30 games again.
He looks, I mean, I know like pictures can be a little misleading, but he looks so skinny.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because you're talking about the Luka difference. Luka just looks like how he did a while ago. Zion's never looked like this. So.
But it looks good.
I don't know. He got off the gumbo, dude.
He looks good. Yeah. I mean, they took him out of New Orleans for that.
Y'all are both saying you're not going to move them
I'm not a believer. I would put them up, actually. If he plays. Pelicans? Yeah. I think there's still something about that franchise. I don't think they're a playing team.
Everybody's going to get hurt. Everybody's going to get hurt again. I mean, they're just going to get hurt. It happens every year.
But so there's twofold, though. They don't have a pick this year. So, like, they're just going to play it out either way. It doesn't matter what they do. They should just play it out. They're not going to rest people for load management. I assume they're going to at least like try and make the play-ins at least and just get it run. But I don't know. I don't know if I see them being a playing team. The rest of that team is just bad. The franchise is bad. I think they're just rough. Yeah. Kane, where are you at on that?
Yeah, I think I'd move them up a little bit. Not
much though.
Just because that was what we were talking about was like, hey, if Zion plays and is good or whatever, obviously we have to move this team up. And this is at least trending in the right direction. I know, like, we've seen Zion, but, like, I'm not too sure what you're talking about. I've been watching the NBA for a while. I don't think I've seen skinny Zion in, like, 3 years, just like that.
Yeah.
He's been, like, fat.
He looks good.
Play. I'm not being hyperbolic, but, like,
He's been fat and hasn't played.
I feel like I haven't seen him come in with like this much energy either, or like excitement about the season.
Also, just save Herb Jones, man. Get Herb Jones out of there.
Get him out of there. Unless they start picking it up, and then we'll see how it goes.
I want to see him play basketball else so much more. He's so good at basketball, dude. It's such a bummer he's stuck on the franchise.
Anything else?
Another injury. I have 3 more little things. Speaking of injuries, we have Jared McCain has injured his thumb. Doesn't seem to be major, but it's the 76ers. Of course he's injured, you know?
Hey, it was a majorly cool TikTok he posted. Am I right?
Him lifting the little baby weight. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
I actually kind of laughed at that. I thought that was kind of funny.
It's because they posted some there in the like little press release stuff. They posted something with him like baby weights. And it's
dude,
fine.
I thought I wasn't gonna like that guy. I really didn't. And
Jared McCain's cool.
When somebody is having that much fun doing something and they're just genuinely having a good time, like you can't not but like it, even if it's not something you're necessarily into.
I hope he plays this year. I hope this is the biggest injury of his career, and he's done. 2 more things. We have Al Horford is signed. I don't know how much of a deal this really makes for the Warriors. They're old. They're ancient. I don't see where this really takes them. I think this takes them from a playoff team to a different playoff team. Like, I don't know. I don't like, he's not.
This isn't moving your needle at all.
No, not really. But I also rated the Warriors a little higher than you guys did.
Yeah,
but I don't see this taking them to the championship side of this. Like, I still think they get bounced with the Nuggets, the Rockets still. Like,
I mean, their entire team is all just health.
Yeah, it just comes down to it. Is Al Horford an Iron Man though? Like, does he play a lot now, or is he just like 39 and gets injured?
No, he still plays like 25, 30 minutes a game and plays basic. I mean, like, he was still playing the playoffs when everybody else was hurt. I'm pretty sure if you look up his playoff minutes last year, he at least averaged pretty good. 25 to 30. There's no way he would
look that up. Speaking of other injury stuff, just another little news thing. Jason Tatum might actually be back before the end of the season. He's been shown like practicing, working out again. Like, he's in the gym, he's shooting. I think he's probably not playing against other people yet, but it's only been 4 months and he's already moving and he looks fine. Like, I don't know. I think we'll see Tatum not before the end of the year, but before the end of the season. I bet we see him. And if the Celtics are decent enough to make the playoffs and Tatum's back, they could have a pretty good chance.
Yeah. I did see that he was like talking about like he wanted to come back and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And he probably could. Players have been getting back from this type of injury faster.
Whatever surgery it is has gotten a lot better.
Can we do? Do you want me to do a fake ad for Dakota Blue so we can just insert it in? No. Hi. Our presenting sponsor today is going to be Dakota Blue, located conveniently at 454 Cherokee Ave. We've got really good food prices, nice Tex-Mex food, a beautiful patio outside, and you guys should come down and see us as the presenting sponsor of this wonderful podcast. Dakota Blue, located at 454 Cherokee Ave. Come on down and have a wonderful time.
Did an ad read? That's sick.
That was nice.
All right, that's good. And I'm back. Sorry about that. So last little ibbly-bibbly bit that I have to talk about. Is Austin Reeves worth paying? Do we think at all? Austin Reeves. Is AR-15 worth paying?
He already got paid.
Is he paid? Where's he at?
He's on a contract. They got him on a really, really safe contract. It was like 4 years, 60 to 80 million, I think. Like, it was an absolute steal.
That's like an absolute
steal. No, he should be making more in the 25 to 30 range, and he's probably not close to that.
He's on 4-year, 53 million that he signed.
Wow,
is he starting to decline?
That's got to be the best. Yeah, that's got to be the best contract.
Okay, so never mind. This isn't really news yet. Never mind.
Absurd.
Yeah, that's one of the better ones. I don't really rate him
or Jalen Brown or Jalen Brunson. I think he's a great player, dude. He's just winning basketball. He's gritty. He's a coach's son. He just gets the stadium first, leaves last.
I think he's good, but I think he's a third option.
You're just like saying all the things.
He's a smart player.
Is he doing the white guy player thing?
Doing the white guy player thing.
Okay. Real lunch pail guy. I got you. He's fat. He can't jump and he can't shoot. He's awesome. He's really what you look for in a white guy player.
Okay.
He's a good old country
that's
boy.
about it. Just all the little minor topic stories that I came up with that I didn't think necessitated like a full segment. Yeah. That's all I got. Y'all got anything y'all want to talk about before we move on? Any new
fuck
stuff?
Fuck Pat Beverly every single time.
That's not even news.
He came after us again.
Yeah.
Came after the Falcons, the whole city of Atlanta this time. So now if you go to any one of his Instagram posts, everyone's just dunking on him all the time. Even KD was like, come on, Pat, shut the hell up, man. What are we doing here? But that's it. Just fuck Pat Bev. Go Hawks. That's all I got.
Pat Bev.
There you go.
Fuck Pat Bev.
I guess the Hawks kind of made a move, if we want to talk briefly about that.
Sure, you can bring it up while I
think we kind of talked about it earlier, but we let go of Kobe Buffkin to the Nets, got some cash back, and then we let go of Garrison Matthews. So we got 2 roster spots, and we have about a $6 million exception and a $5 million exception that we can use now. So I'd imagine the Hawks have maybe 1 or 2 moves still left coming. I wouldn't be surprised if Malik Beasley ends up being a Hawk. I really wouldn't. We have the cap space for him. We need another guard. I mean, I wouldn't hate it, dude. Him on a contract year, he plays his nuts off, and then we just let him go somewhere else. Like, all we need him to do is just put up. He just needs to be our Jamal Crawford. He needs to be our Lou Williams. He needs to be our we've always had that type of guy. And I would not mind having a guy that because y'all were relying on him a lot to play 25, 30 minutes a game. He will never do that for us. Never.
He was a 6-man. Yeah. He was just a 6-man. I don't think he was bad, but I'm not.
No, he just has a lot going on.
He took too many shots, and also he's just hasn't been found guilty, but the investigation isn't done. He still defaulted on his payments for his apartment.
It's the NBA.
He still got evicted.
About that, if he can still play basketball, they're not going to get.
But it's more to the side of he's probably not. He's like a locker room issue.
He's just not going to be able to sign. He's just not going to be able to sign that.
If nobody cares.
He's just not going to be able to sign that $15 to $20 million deal he thought he was going to get.
Well, he wasn't going to get that anyways. So, for our secondary main topic, we have the good old days of basketball. This is what I want to be another recurring series where we just go through the decades, talk about how basketball was different, what were the different rules, who were the good players. What do we think of this era? And is it worth watching, actually? Because I think that's a major thing to talk about. People always bring up the 90s, the game was better. I haven't made it quite there yet. We'll see. I quite like the basketball today, but I have found another era that I really did like watching. It's not the 50s, but we'll get there eventually. Soon, next week. Next week or whenever we talk about the next one. So I went ahead and put this up. Just as some background footage of it. So there is Kane and Dakota. Dakota, you watched some highlights. Kane, you said you watched a game. I've watched a game I watched a lot of these 50s games, actually. There is not a lot online. It is the biggest problem, though, trying to talk about this. It almost feels disingenuous to speak about it because the footage is just not around. What I want to make extremely clear about we can call this the Plumbers era, because when you talk about these people.
Yeah. Yeah, so I also I'm going to vamp. Yeah. But no, really, no. It is the plumber era. I was watching the game and it had commentary from some coach from back then. He was talking. He was and you got to respect these guys, but any modern high school basketball team now would kill them. You know?
You have to watch them. And that's not true of every era. Once you get to the 70s, you get real players by that point. Yeah. But this is
even the 60s.
These are people. Yeah, a lot of
there's some great players in the 60s.
There's some great players in the 60s, and there's some great players in the 50s.
We're talking about a high school team, though. It was the debate. I don't think a high school team debating a team from the 60s. That's a little tough. Actually, I don't know. High school teams now are kind of bullshit. Yeah, so literally Cooper Flagg, Asa Newell. Nimhard's little brother. And then you had one other guy get drafted all from one team in a high school team now. So yes, you're right. A high school team would probably beat. Yeah.
Right. And that's not really even a knock against them. They're inventing the game. They are not only inventing the game that we're at today, they are inventing the game that they were at in the 70s. The people in the 70s watched these dudes and were like, I'm going to play that when I grow up. This is an era where the best dude at basketball was George Mikan. The George Mikan drill is named after him, everything. He's extremely influential to the game. And they were like, you're the biggest guy in the world. Come play basketball, you're going to be amazing. He was 6'10", which is you laugh. He's huge, but it doesn't even register in today.
I know.
It's being an insanely tall person. But if you look, he's just the big guy. He's insane. But the difference that you don't think of, these dudes were fast. Like they were still very athletic. I used to be under the belief that we in general are way more athletic than we used to be. I'm not really on that wave now. I'm kind of against that. I think people are better trained, but
I don't think athleticism is the right way to put it. I think we're way more fluid now. Like everything looks way less robotic. Everything is more like flowing and like. But yes, I agree. As far as just athleticism goes, it's not like these guys didn't know how to like
Bill Russell would
like
fucking
run.
Yeah, like somebody like Bill Russell would come in and dominate.
But it's the fluidity of it for sure.
However, the dribbling, to be very clear, this is around the era of who's some players of this era. We have Bob Pettit. Giga racist Bob Pettit, George Mikan as Mr. Basketball. He is truly of this ancient era before the 60s, right? He retired in 56, I believe it was, or 54. Really? He was done pretty early. Yeah, he called it quits pretty early on. And this is a dude who he started playing basketball like 18 or so, and he's like the best dude ever. Like this was not calling it uncompetitive is wrong. But the skill ceiling was so low at the time that you just needed these people to come in and set it up. And so there's also some other sides of it where this was like basketball. The NBA was formed from a dude who ran. Let me see. I have it written down. I'm sorry. 77-year-old organization born from innovation. It was June 1946 in New York City when Boston Garden owner Walter Brown realized that major ice hockey arenas, which were vacant most nights, could be used to host basketball games. So it was just used to make a little more money on the side. I mean, that's really that deep. And then it was the Basketball Association, the BAA of America, which was merged in 1949 with the NBL to make the NBA. And let's talk about the elephant in the room of early basketball, racism.
Right.
Segregation was actually never technically a thing in basketball. It was voted for, and it was apparently a close vote to my reading, but there was never a ban on any black players. I have it written down. What's his name? Cooper is often, what's his first name? I'm sorry. Here, somebody else talk for a sec while I read.
I was looking into Dolph Schayes for a little bit, and
Dolph Schayes, very good player.
Dolph Schayes is a beast, but I do love quotes like this when it was like, Schayes was the master of the two-handed set shot. That's something that would be nearly impossible today with the amount of athleticism in the game. So it's just like he just sat down and went. And it was like, my God.
And people would watch him go, whoa. Yeah.
Do you usually see that two-handed set shot? Like, if you took that in today's NBA, you would literally be benched.
You die. It's here. The official integration story of the NBA with black players is Chuck Cooper, Earl Lloyd, and Nat Clifton. They all played in the 50 to 51 season. There were some early drafts. They're the original black players. But Leroy Cholet, was actually the first black player. He played in the first season of the NBA. He doesn't get the credit. My understanding, he was white passing. So, but there was never technically a ban on black players. So I guess go the NBA for that. But there was some teams that were pro segregation and were not a fan. Specifically, the Hawks, back when they were in St. Louis.
Back in our good old days of the patented left-hand dribble and the flashy moves of Bob Cousy as he goes from his right to his left hand.
What I really want to get across,
we just won back then. That's why I said the good old days. We never won.
It's true. What I really want to get across for this era and the difference of it, I don't really want to speak on the X's and O's. I don't really want to speak on a lot of this. It's just not that deep. We can talk more about that in the 60s. Once you get to the 60s, it's a different game. To the point of, if you watch 1951 and then you go watch the 1959 finals, the first time the Celtics win, you go like one of the first times it was like, oh, we're entering the Bill Russell era kind of time, right? You're like, oh, basketball changed. I see it. But this era, sorry?
I have a question as well about that with the era changing and stuff. Do you know when they stopped taking the finals and things like that off of tape delay? Because I know that led to a massive rise of popularity in the game. And then when players started like getting more into it too. So like, I wonder was Bill coming in, did that kind of stop the tape delay thing? I always forget how that happened.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because it killed the popularity of the game. Like you literally wouldn't watch the games live at all. They were just always like maybe even a day afterwards sometimes on TV. But
the newspaper would always have the results, right?
So you would be fucked, yeah.
Yeah, so there's like no reason to watch it. Yeah. It's like stupid. Yeah, so like why even?
Yeah, no, they don't really have TiVo back then.
Well,
sorry that derailed the conversation. I just know that helped with the popularity of the game, and I know that like after the 50s, once it got more popular and once more people were watching it, then it started developing more.
I've seen this full game, I believe. So
no 3-point line.
I had my headphones off for a sec. What I want to talk, so let's talk about some of the rules differences in a sec too. But I want to go into my main point. The main point I want to get at is basketball was still being sorted at this point. Not so like today, basketball is getting solved. In this era, it was getting established. You know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
Like we're getting into the gritty of like, okay, we should take this percentage of 3 points a game, right? And at this point, they're like, I don't know, do you take shots two-handed? And then George Mikan's like, what if you do hook shots? And it was like, we'll do that. You had to have a good hook shot. If you're going to be in the NBA at this point, and you're going to be a big man. Also, wait, can we actually go back on this video right here? I saw it for a second. Yeah. The GOAT, my favorite free throw form. Not that far. Oh, good heavens. It's the flamingo. He has this weird form. If you look up the flamingo free throw, let me see if I can do it. So he'll get up. I'm going to pull my wire out. Good heavens. Where am I stuck?
Okay. But it's like, so for the listeners, it's like a one.
He'll get up on one leg, wait to shoot it, and then do a baby jump shot. And he had, to my knowledge, an 80 or 90% free throw percentage. He was a very good shooter. But that's my point of we just didn't know. Like somebody was like, I'll do the flamingo. And people go like, that's pretty good. Whatever. And it's by the time you get to the late 50s.
My God, that's beautiful.
It's wonderful. And he was a great shooter. He had it consistently. People were still doing underhanded granny shots all the time. We just didn't know. We just didn't know. We didn't know what to do with basketball yet.
I want someone to pull that back out so bad. One day Draymond just goes out there and takes it.
He should. If you shoot under 70% in the NBA and you don't start doing granny shots because they are easier. But you look like such a dweeb, dude. Yeah, and do you know what's better than being a guy that can't shoot? Being a dweeb that's winning. Being a winning dweeb is way better. And you'd be famous. You'd be the granny shot guy. That's cool. Somebody should try it. But yeah, some of the main differences, though, too, are just there's no spacing. If you go watch this era, they don't know what spacing is. And it's not just a 3-point issue. There is no 3-point line. There's no reason to really be out. But nobody's spacing at all. And it's not really solved by rules. Spacing isn't really solved until the mid 80s, if even. Even in the late 70s, people really are clogging the paint. And there was, in this era, let's go to some of the rule differences as well. No 3-point line. That's not going to be around for a long time. Actually invented by George Mikan, to my knowledge, or brought into the NBA, technically, because he invented the ABA, or he was the head of the ABA when that was formed. Yeah. And then he was a big proponent of hey, we should have a 3-point line. This is a cool thing. It's a good gimmick. So thanks, George. Really influencing basketball for literally ever. One of the goats.
There you go, big fella.
Yeah. So you have
his glasses too.
The shot clock in the game we're watching right now. There was no shot clock. It was actually invented because a team decided to just camp out George Mikan and have one of the lowest scoring games of the NBA. And they were both coaches were like, hey, we should do this. We need a way to prevent this from happening again. This is going to kill the NBA. They straight up thought it was going to kill the NBA at some point, and they were probably right. But yeah, the shot clock is brought in 53 or so. I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head now, but very early on, they realized it was going to be an issue. Yeah. And the main thing you'll see is that jump balls are fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Somebody else want to take that?
They happen all the time, dude. Jump balls would basically be change it. You'd score. After every basket, you would score, and then you do a jump ball. You'd fucking
this is 49. But still, it was a thing where they were I get this makes sense, and so that's why they're I think we should go back to it. It rules.
I love jump balls. Jump balls are the best, dude.
I do. Think
I was always so jealous when I played.
When
I played, that I was never tall enough to be a jump ball guy because that felt like such a fun little experience.
That was humiliating. I was always a tall kid, and I would lose them. I'd be like, "Fuck."
and see now, like the difference of then versus now is that they probably somebody saw 6'10" George Mikan and was like, "Yo, you be the greatest jump baller ever," and then brought him in versus 7'5" Wemby, who the famous clip of Chris Paul being like, "Get the fucking ball, go do the jump ball." Where like people don't even think about it because it doesn't matter anymore. It's just like a dumb. It's like jump balls now feel like a weird holdover of this era.
Yeah, kind of.
It's very strange. Look at them go. Ha! And they don't even throw it at players. They're just yanking it out. They don't give a shit.
It's much better than the possession rule, though, in college. I hate that rule.
What is that?
Yeah.
So, like, in college, when there's a jump ball, instead of there actually being a jump ball, there's just a possession arrow. So, like, it switches every time. So, say team, they do a jump ball, that would go to North Carolina. And then the next time there's a jump ball, that would go to Duke. And I don't like the way that's done. I would rather there just be jump balls.
Yeah, I hate that. Jump balls are way better than that. Thanks for the holdover. So I'll throw out a couple more things. Stats in this era are kind of untrustworthy, in my opinion. They're not like point scoring is trustworthy, but scoring and rebounds is generally, you can listen to it, but it's usually like it was very understaffed, very underpaid. So it's not going to be perfectly accurate. You'll get close, but like, blocks aren't tracked. Steals aren't tracked. Assists are way more strict. If you pass it to somebody and they dribble, it is not an assist in this era, to my understanding. That's why assist numbers are very low until like the 70s when they start being brought up. Actually, I think they get inflated in the 90s. I'm not there yet, but we'll see. But yeah, assists are like just not very well tracked for what we consider to be an assist now. But it just made sense for the time. Yeah. If you actually do watch them play, though, they play.
Dude, look at that ref's fit.
They play close.
Say that ref was fucking
that ref is wearing a whole tracksuit.
The refs are doing cool guy shit every game. Look at him fucking go. He's hitting all these maneuvers. He looks like a Naruto character.
He's like wearing military fatigues, dude. Bro, I could see him with the fucking headband on now, dude.
Back in the day, I actually would have had a favorite ref. Unlike now. Like back in the day, I would have had, oh, that's the ref. He does the spin cycle. Like he's doing cool guy shit. They're tweeting. Dude, they're sick. But yeah, he's like every single play was a foul call because they were all bad. Yeah. Okay, you know what I will say that actually does make me mad, and this is the one I think the people that claim this just like don't either haven't watched the games in a long time or don't remember. It's always a conversation like, oh, you could play way harder, bro. They called just as many fouls back in the day. They called just as many. It's not that different. They did foul a little harder, but I think it's more so because we didn't have video yet. People just elbowed the fuck out of each other, which it got a little worse by the 60s, but it's not like when the conversation is like, oh, well, Michael Jordan wouldn't have gotten elbowed and shit. Right. Or like Jordan rules, right? Do you know why the best players weren't elbowed in the 60s? It's because it was always a center. And it was always the 7-foot guy who was the biggest dude in the world and could kill you. Like, go look at Willis Reed, who famously fought the team of the Lakers and broke two people's jaws. You're not fucking with him. Stop it. Right. And it's not a physicality difference. I don't think it's that different. It's more so just the players in that era, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm kind of talking out of my ass, but like hand checking was banned back in this era, on and off. Zone defense was still legal for a little bit and then got banned because they realized it was pretty useful. It's not that different. Like it's clearly a lower skill level to the point of I'm sorry I've talked so much in this segment. So
this is you teaching us and then we teach you later once you get into the better arcs in the
later seasons.
I
think the easiest way to really show off the skill differential, because when people talk about great players could go to any era and be good, they don't mean the 50s, to be honest. There's like one dude who could just like plop. That's George Mikan, to be very clear. But also when I'm talking about the 50s, I mean the early 50s, if I'm being so real. George Russell was drafted in 56. He'd be fine in any era. Bill Russell could probably start on a lot of teams today. He's a crazy good rebounder. Sure. But George Mikan would be good today. He'd be a very good power forward. He'd probably be a six man at the very highest. But like, you telling me he couldn't improve the Pelicans? Come on now. Like, but to the point of skill, we have. Sorry.
No, you're good. Continue.
To the point of skill, patented one of the people, and I've made it, it's a joke on the show because I think it's a very funny thing. Bob Cousy is legendary for having a left-handed dribble. It is like
the flashiest dribble at the time.
He's insane. He was called the Houdini of hardwood because, and if you watch him play, the only one I can think of, it's like the 63 finals, and he was a bit older, so maybe he wasn't at the top of his game. But if you watch him move around, he's not doing like cross-ups and spin moves and hezzies and shit. He does this maneuver where he'll snake through. He'll like just walk at a normal pace while dribbling, and the announcers are like, yo!
And they're absolutely dumbfounded. You see people in the crowd, you see the people that are covering him, and they're just like, what the fuck just happened, dude? Like, he just dribbled with his left hand.
And everybody's watching the ball as they dribble. Like, they're good for the time, but everybody's watching the ball as they dribble. And
somebody at some point called him a witch.
Probably. Because they call him the Houdini.
Look at this witch man. He's dribbling with his left hand.
And I forgot to show a clip of this. I'm sorry. If you want to look up Bob Cousy dribbling, maybe we can find it. The way he dribbles with his left hand, it's so unnatural, and he would have it stolen 10 out of 10 times by any modern player because he doesn't walk, he doesn't run. He does. Hold on. Let me just
clear out some space. Uh-oh.
All right, for our listeners, he's like prancing. He's like prancing with the ball.
Prancing slightly as he taps and moves his shoulders up and down.
If you see it, Bob Cousy highlights. Let's watch the Houdini of hardwood. Watch and be amazed. I will say one thing they did figure out by this guy already.
That was a good pass.
They were better at passing back in the day.
Wow, he is a very good passer.
Straight up, they were better at passing back in the day. I believe in that. Watch it. Look, he walks so weird.
I think part of that could be that the spacing was a little weirder, so you can just get all these.
Yeah, the spacing was ass.
Yeah.
Look at that fake. Whoa, wait, go back. He did a fake where he threw the ball and then did it.
That's sick.
Hold on, watch him fake this. That's like the same level as that's the same. Yeah, and all 9 other players, including his teammates, were like, "Whoa,
where's the ball?"
Because they've never seen a fake before. It's like the crazy idea of somebody had to invent everything. And like at some point, Bob Cousy hit the first Houdini of hardwood. Look at that midair pass. That's sick.
I had one guy I wanted to bring up real briefly at the end
go ahead.
as well.
Everybody, if you have a player, feel free to bring them up.
Have you guys ever heard of Tony Lavelli?
No.
Tony Lavelli was not a very good player. I would like to start that. I believe his career averages are, I think I have them here, 6 points per game, 6.9 points per game, 2 points or 2 rebounds, and a 0.7 assist. But what Tony Lavelli did was he had a stipulation in his contract. And he signed it that at halftime of every game, he would go and make an extra 125 to play the accordion for the crowd. And the crowd was eating this shit up, dude. Apparently, he was one of the most popular players there was, but he couldn't, he wasn't good at basketball. But Tony Lavelli on the accordion. So instead of going into halftime and talking with his team, he's just out there making a couple of $100 just playing accordion for the boys. And then he just sees everybody else get out there, hands his accordion away, and just starts balling. I could not find footage of it to save my life, but look at this man.
He would. All right, he's
look
cool.
at that man. Awesome. That's an accordion
That's the best
player.
Picture I've ever seen. That's sick.
He's also there's no way that was a basketball player. That looks like a milkman in the 50s, and it's Tony Lavelli.
Well, that's who played basketball. They all had second jobs.
Accordion player.
I have a couple shout outs of pre-era stuff. Of things to watch and look at. I've missed a million stories. The 50s are very interesting, but I'd rather talk about it from a playing standpoint. And I think we've exhausted the subject pretty well here. But yeah, just the early eras. Go to vintage NBA. There's a guy named Triangle Pingle. What's that his name? Jesus Christ. Yeah. Tringle Pringle. Excuse me. He's actually a published author of the 1950. I'm so serious. He's a Redditor. But he has a published book about the 1950 season of NBA. He's extremely knowledgeable. I'd recommend a lot of write-ups of him. If you want to see some good footage, there he is. There's the accordion. If you want to see some good footage of old NBA, I would highly recommend just look up full games, personal. I'd recommend watching full games of anything to get a real feeling for something over highlights. But if you want to see good quality highlights,
I couldn't find this show. Thank you.
If you want to see good quality highlights, go check out the Wilt Chamberlain archive. A lot of his recolored footage. And it's just very well done. But yeah, that's my piece on the 50s. In short, do you guys think it's worth watching the 50s?
That was really fun to learn about. No, that was a lot of fun to learn about.
Do you guys think it's worth watching the 50s at all?
No.
No, I like watching the development of the game, though. I like watching the development of the game, seeing where it started. I think that's important to give you knowledge of how much better it is now.
If you're like me and you like a baseline of where basketball is for mortals, then watching the 50s is cool. If you're trying to watch good basketball, I just don't think it's there. But that's no hate on the people. They are the bedrock, right? They literally sorted out what basketball was. And then, oh God, I'm talking again. For show and tell. This is a real Austin episode. Sorry, guys. I'm being a real bucko here.
We got our bucko. Yeah.
So for this, I want to talk about advanced stats. Do they matter? What are they all about? And what do some of them mean? I've picked 4. I'm going to be very quick on these because I know we're just starting to run a little short on time, right? What time are we at, Show? Do you mind telling us?
Definitely an hour.
Okay. What does that mean?
We're pretty much close to 2 hours now.
Oh, God. All right. That's okay. So I'll be quick then. A couple of advanced stats. So the main one to talk about is box plus minus. I use this as just a general way to rank anybody. I didn't really actually know how you got that number. It is an estimate of points per 100 possessions that a player contributed above a league average player translated to an average team. So it's you take all the average and then how many more points per game are they responsible for? This is, I said to just pull up this because I'm being a nerd. And so box plus minus is just taking their box score and then their plus minus that they'll get per game on average compared to the average player of the NBA. So you'll have, if somebody has a negative box plus minus, they should get out of the NBA pretty much. And then if you have anything over 10, that's like an MVP season. And then you have VORP. And if you don't know what VORP is, that is value over replacement player. And as you can see, this is a thing that it's bell curvy. It's a very bell curvy or a lot of these. So VORP is estimate of points per 100 team possessions, same as box plus minus, that a player contributed above a replacement player translated to an average team and prorated to a full season. In short, this will be like, how much better are you than a 6-man? And so the best person last season was, am I here? Yeah, my camera just went out for a sec. The best person last year was Shea on VORP to my knowledge, but the best of all time. Yeah, this is what I meant to get. I meant to get some graphics for this. Was LeBron. LeBron is just, it's because he plays some real dog shit teams, to be honest. And then we have what is a meme stat, and I want to talk about why it's important a little bit, is player efficiency rating. If you want to look up the formula, or I can send it to you, it's insane. It's kind of a clown stat. Most people don't trust it, and I don't put a lot of stock into it, and you shouldn't either. But the reason it exists is that you can use it for the 60s. And that is something not a lot of advanced stats can do. You can't box plus minus in the 60s. You can't use VORP in the 60s. The formula does not work. This formula is based off of every stat we track back in there. That's what PER is. It's way overcomplicated. It's kind of dumb, but it's important. But it's not the best all-around advanced stat anymore. I actually would personally recommend the LeBron stat, which is luck-adjusted player estimate using a box prior regularized on-off. LeBron. It is a catch-all term, but it only works for modern players, which is way more accurate. So somebody with a good LeBron score is, on average, a very good player, and you can trust that stat more. In short, should you listen to advanced stats? Kinda. It's mainly an offensive-based thing. We don't really track defensive-based metrics very well. Like, if there was a way to track, hey, how many times did this defensive player force their first option to pass out the ball, right? Like, that would be a cool thing to track, but I don't know. For sure. But there's just not a lot of that. So you'll have somebody like, this is where Jokic probably gets a little overrated sometimes, just in the MVP conversation. I think Jokic is very good. I think he's a top 3 guy, but is he always number 1? Maybe. The advanced stats show so, but he's kind of a cone on defense at times, but the stats don't really tell you that. So I don't know. In short, use both. If you're just eye testing, you'll think some players are insane versus, you'll just look at, and it can lie too, though. Like, eye test can totally lie. And if you look at advanced stats, you can see their efficiency is ass, right? I don't know. I just, if you're going to get into basketball and want to get in the nitty gritty and you want to claim that you have a really good understanding, I would just have a passing concept of what advanced stats are. That's my TED talk.
They become especially important around the MVP talk every year.
And I don't think they should be, because I think it's the kind of thing where Giannis gets left behind. Because what they also do value is a good player on a good team. That's like a lot of it. And I think that should be how it works, because I don't think a good player on a bad team he should not have the same amount of win shares as somebody who is ass, or like somebody who is somebody who is a great player on a bad team should not have the same amount of win shares as a dude who's great on a great team, right? Shea earned the MVP in his own way. I don't know if I would have personally voted for him. I like Jokic a lot last season, but it's not inarguable for him to win it, right? Yeah. Okay, that's it. That's my TED Talk. We can hurry up out of here. If you want to do,
I really enjoyed that. I like learning things about like that because I've always been a little curious on.
Yeah, that's what's interesting to me. I like the stat side.
All righty.
Make us some money.
Yeah,
let's make money. Some money. Okay.
I'm going to go on vocal rest.
Haven't been making a lot of money recently, admittedly. Things haven't been as good, but also it's not really the NBA season, so I don't have a lot of bets for you guys. And as much as I would love to talk about how the Falcons won last week, thank God. Okay, just got that out of the real fast. But I think we're going to go back to the WNBA this week, guys. In fact, I think I've got a good one coming here. And the problem is it goes against my future, so this will be a slight hedge going forward. But we've talked about it before. The Indiana team is a hospital wing right now. They have nobody. They've got nobody playing. And then even the people that are playing are significantly injured, and they're playing way more minutes than they need to. It's been beyond impressive that they took out Atlanta in the first round. I mean, like it doesn't even make sense. Like that's like the Warriors kind of beating the Mavericks back in the day. It's like almost that level of surprise. But I do think that the wear and tear, it's all going to start to go out. And then I have weird superstitions as well, where last year the Pacers didn't win a single game 3 at home. This year, the Fever have lost their game 3 at home in their first playoff series. So I just stay away from Indiana in game 3s. It's going to be at home in Indiana. I think you take Vegas and they're not going to be able, I mean, like that's 3 of their starters. Their they're like second or third best player just announced that she's dealing with a bad injury. And let's be real, they're playing against a really, really, really stacked good basketball team that, like, even if the Fever do make it to the finals, them playing the Lynx will be borderline unwatchable basketball.
Damn
because
it, you said
the
Lynx
are just the Lynx are just so much better. So if they do end up playing the Lynx in the finals, which they will because the Lynx will beat the Mercury, that would be bad. I'd rather watch an Aces Lynx finals. Aja Wilson's the MVP. You got the Spud Buds, these badass chicks on the Lynx that just kick ass. Like, that's going to be a great series. And at the end of the day, this has been a fun run, and it is going against my future. But I just think you got to take the Aces pretty heavy. I believe the game's on Tuesday night. Wednesday night. Let me make sure I'm not getting this wrong. We are, die hard.
We're trying to get into it.
We're trying to get into this, and it's just normally I'll have bets for actual, thing.
I've been making a movie. I've been busy.
Oh, this is actually, sorry, I meant to say game 5s, not game 3s. I messed up on that one. Either way, just take Vegas on this last game. I think they kill them. This is going to be the end of the Fever season. It will suck because they had a lot of fun, and they've been like this awesome team that shouldn't be here. But all good stories come to an end. This one ends. Go ahead and take the Vegas.
So if you were going to put in on Vegas.
I got my number wrong there. But
on a scale of $10 to your son's college fund, where are you throwing in your money?
So I really like Vegas. I want to see what the current line is because it's been shifting a lot recently. Because I know it opened up at, I believe, 5.5.
I just realized my game's been cranked this whole time.
Let me see. Let's see.
I hope it's not been so bad. I'm sorry, guys.
So I cannot get the right line up here, but just give me a second. I believe either way, honestly, I don't care if this line is 8 points. I don't care if this line is 5 points. I think Vegas is simply too good. They're going home. They're going to end their series. It's going to be sad for me. I liked them, but I also want the Fever to not win this game in a weird way, even though I'm cheering for them, because if they win it, they get there and then they win the game. They make it to the finals. They're already injured. I want to see them come back next year and see what a fully healthy Indiana team can do, because this hospital one is about to make the finals. So if they get their Caitlin Clark back, you get Cunningham back. They're going to have a lot of money for
I don't
free
want to see
agent
them get
signing.
slaughtered in the finals.
Exactly. I'd rather have a good finals. I'd rather have a Lynx Aces finals, the two best teams, the best player versus the best team. This is what you want at the end of the day. So that's my 2 cents. I was a little off on my schedule there, but we're trying to get in the WME, guys. We're trying our best here. All right. I'm watching the games. I'm doing it. And I'm enjoying every second of it. Aja Wilson is incredibly talented. I cannot wait for her and Bam Adebayo to make a baby. I know that sounds insane, but that thing is going to be a super child. That is going to be a super child, man. Can you imagine that? Literally Bam Adebayo and her kid. That could be the greatest athlete of all time. Potential for the greatest athlete of all time. I'm putting my stake on it right now, dude. I'm putting my stake on it right now.
Want to bet on it?
Honestly, dude, put some stock on that unborn child right now. All right.
And that's our show. Thank you so much for listening to the New Basketball Podcast Show. I hope we've made you some money. I hope you've learned something today. And if you haven't, but you thought you had a good time or any of it, feel free to come back. I'm trying to post it. Yeah,
if you think that the Xbox team got an unfair fucking shake at it from these guys, you should fucking
the Kane heads in the chat. All the Kane heads in the chat, dude.
I'll actually say that if you think you can make a better draft than one of us, or if you want to combine and try and make a super team of all the video games, go for it. Let us see your Space Jam team from video games. Just let us know, who do you think won? Who do you think was sexy this episode? Was it the bouncing Bugs Bunny? Was it Show while he nods? Who fucking knows? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. We'll be back next week with some more hard-hitting journalism and news.
Fuck you again, Pat Bev.
Bye, guys. I can't believe
piece of shit.